All right, welcome, THL, to Friday Night Fights in the playoffs. Playoffs? Did somebody say playoffs? I heard playoffs. Welcome again, I'm Saku, your stream op for the evening. With me tonight is my normal buddy from just around the corner, Corden. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Glad to be back. Glad to get a little bit of playoff action for this Friday night. We got the final or a finals pro match. We've got some legacy. We've got some wild as well. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, can't wait. We got a full night, 3 hours worth, or it might be even more, or it could be less. But the way things have been going, it's been at least 2 or 3 hours of good, clean fun. So can't wait for this match to get rocking and rolling. So we do have, as you mentioned, we have a legacy match with Wild9 representing Defias Brotherhood going up against Taven from Wallet Warriors. And they do have the bans in. So Wild9 bringing Druid, Mage, Paladin, and Rogue. And his Rogue is going to be banned. Sorry, Pally is going to be banned. And we got Taven bringing Hunter, Paladin, Priest, and Rogue. His Rogue is going to be banned. What do you think of the bans out of that group?
Yeah, pretty standard across the board. I think one or the other might have thought, if I take the Paladin, if I lose my Paladin here for Wild9, for instance, do I want to take the Rogue away? Or for Taven, he's saying, if my Rogue's gone, do I want to go into the Paladin? So on and so forth. Which it is gone, so he doesn't have to deal with that Paladin. But Wild9 is going to have the Paladin or the Rogue into Taven's, which is usually a favorable matchup, but we'll have to see if that does hit in Legacy format.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be interesting. These two teams haven't played any games yet, so this is going to be the inaugural kickoff for the semifinals in Legacy for these two teams. Wild9, a little bit of a struggle early on. Actually dropped out of the 1 seed with Classy Thug jumping last week, and Taven having a decent season for themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of a start they can get themselves off to. Wallet Warriors is the last remaining non-golden class, or our team representing the playoffs. So got a little bit to play for there.
That's right. So, all right. So both players are ready to rumble if you are. So
I'm ready if you're ready.
For our viewers, we got Taven that's going to be at the bottom of the screen, or first to spectate, and then we have Wild9 at the top of your screen. So, going to let the players know that they can Hit that, what is it? The play button.
Hit that button.
Hit that button. That's right.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Tavin actually bringing the priest here. I'll be interested to see if it's the aggro priest, the shadow priest of days gone by, or if it's more of the control style that we were seeing a little bit of earlier in the release that didn't really get too many legs to take off with. But if it is the aggressive style, this mage for Wild 9 could struggle. But the mage paladin matchup is really what you're looking for here if you're Wild 9, because if that is face hunter and shadow priest, I don't know really how you're going to get this mage through.
Yeah. All right, so we do have both players in now, and we get to see their lovely hands. So we got paladin for Tavin and rogue for Wild 9. Looking like, well, don't really know what Tavin's got in mind, but I'm gonna guess it's
Yeah, and man, there's the robo protections just for the priest or the mage matchup. So this is gonna be a mage doesn't get through. And honestly, I'm a bit surprised that Wildline didn't come out with the mage. The rogue is gonna do very, very well into this paladin, especially because they're not going to be able to really push too aggressively on the board, but you do see the Cult Neophyte pick up. You've got coin into 2 or 3 drops, which is very nice on the side of Tavin. So,
Oh, I was just gonna say, are we gonna get by without any mules involved? But
yeah,
I
literally saw the mule drawn into hand and disconnected specifically for the reason because I don't trust them to play the right one. So I immediately left when I saw it. So
those of you that don't know, if you see the face card down, this is for casters only, technically, not for the players itself, but it usually kicks us into I don't know what they're playing mode. So
yes, so that has been what is played. He did give us the boot, so just at a pack mule coming down. Actually, Tavin does draw through a galloping savior, so doesn't look to be like the Libram Paladin. This seems to be just a straightforward Seeker Paladin with robes of protection, just to go for a big swing turn on, like maybe do a robes. Can't remove my board, slap a conviction, slap a battle master, and just chuck some damage to the face. Wild 9 finding a secret passage and actually finds an Octobot off of it. Gonna just start dumping cards, getting closer and closer to the combo for the Garrote.
Sorry for spectators. There's still a little bit of a bug trying to get Wild 9's cards up. And
so it just takes the devolving missiles actually off of the Wand Thief. So very nice draw for Wild 9. When those roads of protection comes down, he's got a bit of a hinge plan to be able to help. And oh my goodness, there's an Ogremancer Saku.
Do you think he's teched for mage or any kind of rogue shenanigans?
Even mage and rogue, like you kind of nailed it there. Ogremancer is not only going to be a problem for rogue, or for mage, clearly, because of the spells. I mean, this rogue wants to play a lot of stuff as well. Mind you, not as many spells as the mage tends to want to, but, it could find a bit of value, but there is the devolving missiles in hands that could deal with it. On the side of Wild 9, gets a pretty good golem there. 5-drop next turn, rush summon a copy. So going to be able to value trade anything Tavin chooses to do this turn. Especially if we go for this coin Ogremancer turn, we'll actually value trade very nicely for Wild 9. And there'll be a lot of momentum lost for
Tavin. Yep.
Tavin, and it does go for it. It is the correct play, especially seeing a Blessing of Wisdom or Blessing of Authority picked up there.
Yep.
You're really thinking there's no way he deals with a 4/8. And I mean, Wild 9 could even just solo devolving missiles this and turn it into a 2-drop. And just deal with it that way. Can actually just forego the golems, but I do like this one too. This is pressure that Tavin has to deal with. This value trades very nicely, and now there's a board, a very strong board across the way. 14 damage, 15 with a hit showing for next turn, and Paladin has a lot of comeback issues, I would say.
I think once they're taken off the board, it's definitely a hard time to kind of load up the board. But we can see that Tavin's hand is not. It's in the medium range of being okay. If you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and outside of, as you nailed it, like outside of like a Samuro, Hand of a Doll, or even a Samuro Conviction, I suppose would be in this case.
Yep.
The comeback mechanic for Tavin is very, very limited, and I don't think Samuro's in the list. I know you can tech it into the secret package, but seeing like Robes of Protections and things like that leads me to believe that it's not in. And second Blessing of Authority is definitely not what Tavin wanted to see on that draw.
Those are some big stats, but again, it's not a lot of mana to float around at this point there. So.
No, it's Shadow Step here. Just a dagger to the heart for Tavin. Going to be able to play this back down for 3. Yep. Still has the 2 mana and can actually use the Prize Plunderer pretty aggressively here with the Wand Thief coming down.
Wow. Even Fire Sale is pretty good for...
You're winning the board, though? So...
I'm just saying for future...
Oh, yeah, but I mean...
But
Counterspell is probably what I'm looking at here. Yeah. Just deny any absolute. Fire Sale is great, but I think Wild 9 wants to keep... Well, he went with what we completely what we didn't say.
I think he's going to go with Oasis Ally because I'm lagging. Yeah, that's my excuse. That's right.
Yes. So goes for the full trade. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a Paladin so heavily tacked into a mage. Because this is clearly for the mage.
Yeah. Full mage hate on this particular lineup.
Yeah, that's just gonna spell disaster, unfortunately, for Tavin. There is more than enough lethal damage on the board. Yeah, doesn't even need the Garat combo. Sometimes the rogue just tempos out.
Yep. So that puts Wild 9 and his team up 1-0 so far.
Yeah, first blood drawn by Wild 9.
So that also means that Tavin doesn't get to see that rogue anymore. So.
Which is probably okay. With the rogue gone, it gives Tavin a little bit more flexibility into what he wants to bring next. I think if I'm Wild 9, now you saw like Ogremancers from...
Yep.
I mean, you didn't see too many of the tech cards. You really only saw the Ogremancers, so he didn't get a chance to see Watch Post. He didn't get a chance to see the Robe, so he might bring the Mage, but I would expect Druid here.
Oh, and Hunter's coming out to play there for Tavin, so...
Yeah, so Quest Hunter is kind of what I was expecting too, especially with a Mage up. Quest Hunter does very well into Mage. It does very well into Druid as well. So though being the 2 remaining decks for Wild 9, this was a pretty great cue from Tavin.
Yep. All right. So we're definitely looking at Quest Hunter versus the aggro.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Peasant picked up off the draw is pretty nice for Wild 9. But Overwhelm, Wand Maker, Devouring Swarm even into a Wand Maker is pretty useful because you can just recycle that Wand Maker while clearing off some of the board.
Yep.
I would expect this is just a Peasant turn here. Kind of test the waters for what you want to do. He might be contemplating Peasant Coin Adorable. Because you do have the Enoyotron in hand. We obviously see Tavin has the answer to that Peasant, so the question to Wild 9 is going to be, does he want to coin maybe this Enoyo module? I don't know. I saw an interesting thread that was how do you use your coin if you have 2 1-drops in hand? If you go 1-drop, coin 1-drop, or coin 1-drop, 1-drop, and I think my favorite one was somebody. I think it might have been. I actually don't remember. It could have been Arhat or someone who said, "You play the first one drop, and then you rope your opponent out, holding the coin over, and then inevitably telling them that you have the coin, and another one drop, so you're forced to play it anyway."
Just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, great pickup here off the top by Tavin. Is going to be able to deal very nicely with the hero power, being able to target minions now, and still saving the overwhelm just for a little bit more maneuverability later on in the matchup.
Yep. Goody. We get our first ban. All right. I didn't look at the stats to see what Quest Druid is like versus sorry, Taunt Druid is like versus Quest Hunter. A quick guess would think that Quest Hunter is a little bit more favored because it can pick off the board a little bit better.
Yeah, it's really depending on if the Quest Hunter is going to be able to hold on to a lot of its good conditions in order to keep the board relatively clean. So an important thing to remember or to realize here, Saku, is if you overwhelm this Divine Shield, you're not doing damage with your spells, so you don't actually progress the quest at all. So I think that's what Tavin's kind of realizing now. If he Devouring Swarm, it doesn't kill his wand maker, but then he could overwhelm. So a little bit of a weird play with the way that the Hunter quest actually works.
All right. It's Wild 9. It's kind of doing what Druid has to do, is just flood the board with stuff and then
Ready for Arbor.
Yeah. Right in time for top deck Arbor, you know?
Yeah. And do have the Teacher Pets coming down for turn 5, so Tavin might have to play around it. There has been cards left in the hand for a very long time. Clearly they are Teacher's Pets as we see, but it could be the Arbor up. So this board might have to get respected right here, which is very easy for Tavin to do. Overwhelm. We've got the aim shot. Hero power is going to go to 0 mana even, so you can clear up this whole board with an aim shot, Devouring Swarm, and then just ping off the taunt minion.
All right, let's see what Tavin decides to do the finish. It's popping that Annoyatron as well, right? Yeah, there you go.
But so this isn't actually gonna, so this is why I think we need a Devouring Swarm first. If you Devouring Swarm the 1/2, your Marsupial Cub will pop. Yeah. So that's the interaction we were just talking about there. Whereas it doesn't progress the quest because it's a Divine Shield. You're not actually doing damage. You're just ripping off of a Divine Shield. So maybe saving the aim shot for something like this. This is a lot better of a Bolo shot. Is just going to clean this right up. This will make the hero power cost 0, and we can actually aim shot behind this as well. Oh, going for full. Just gonna see what comes out.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and 2 coins going the way of Wild 9. Not too shabby. Composting. All right, so this is a pretty great turn. I do like going for an Oracle Marsupial and just slamming the composting down here. It's a ton of card draw. I wonder, can we? No, way too much mana. 8. Yeah, unfortunately, too much mana, even with the coins to do that. But you win the game by making a board, and Tavin has to deal with said board because Arbor Up is always in the back of the mind. So I don't mind going for that Oracle turn, getting the composting down, and you're still Not really, threatening a ton, but more card draw is always beneficial here.
Especially in Druid's sake. Druid loves to draw
Yeah.
cards, so.
Yeah, especially in a deck that really doesn't have any card draw, but I respect this too. Just going for a safer bet. Wants to hold the Oracle for a reload turn. Maybe we can get a Battle Guard or something crazy.
Yep.
We miss one draw here, which is the worst thing, but it's not the worst thing in the world. This is just a 4/5 with taunt that gives you something else back. Late is not what you want to see here if you're Tavin. Already using a Bolo shot.
Yeah, Bolo shot would have been great, but ooh, yeah. Do you slap a loon and then have a couple watch posts?
You could. I mean, that would be extremely annoying, but everything is pretty playable from Tavin's deck.
At this point,
I mean, you've seen a card held in hand for a very long time with the Devouring Swarm. So yeah, that is what Wildline's going to elect to do, and I would say play it all, my friend. No need to hold that.
That was the Adorable Infestation should okay. I was thinking more of on the Oracle instead of the Teacher's Pet, but
it pushes your threats out because it's not the worst if you put it. At the same time, there's not a lot in Tavin's deck that's gonna deal 4 damage right off the top. You'd actually have to get an aim shot exactly and then ping. All right, Wand Maker. All right, well,
here we go.
We don't have enough mana because the slate actually cost additional from the Watch Post earlier on. That was a 4 mana
Wand Maker, yeah.
Wand Maker. So that's not what you like to see.
But handling business.
Yeah, unfortunately that slate came down. Not able to deal with it, use it very well. I like to trade here first. Yeah, you could draw Arbor up. You don't draw Pack Mule.
Hey,
Please don't be that guy.
We're good. We're okay, dude.
We're okay. All right, fantastic. I mean, you're not really scared in this situation. You can just play your whole hand. You see the slate is now gone, and you've seen a singular Bolo shot gone as well. So there's really not a huge punish with just playing a large board. Worst thing is you get Arbor and you lose out on, some 4/3s, but this is just really awkward. And Balmos.
What's his quest? Tavish.
This should give him quest. Again.
Plus Tavish.
Blood Mage. No, Blood Mage costs 4, and that makes me sad. But I guess we're gonna ping the Brawler. Alright, so Tavish is down. This is really the point in time where Tavin can turn a corner. Wow, gets a great overwhelm.
Take care of some of the taunts that are in the way. And
the things that can kill you, exactly. Because at this rate...
Oh, goodness. Sorry.
Oh, well, actually, you know what? Getting those red of the board, did that save him? What do we got? 8, 9, plus 6? Yeah, he's still alive.
He just giggled on stream, so it's
yeah.
What else can I do, man?
Yeah, slate gone is going to be
rifle is just rifle at 6
rifle kills you. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Yeah. I mean, was there a world? No, with no spells, I guess. There wasn't a world where like Flame Trap or Explosive Trap Bells is out there. So Wild Nine going to take a quick 2-0 lead. I mean, there's a mage, Saku, right?
There is a mage,
and we've got decks that really wants to target the mage.
So unless Wild9 gets to 5, the quickest that we've ever seen on stream, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a paladin with crossroads, with robes, with Ogre-mancers. We've got Quest Hunter, which is pretty favorable as well into the mage, just because Quest Hunter chooses not to play cards. That's kind of how it works, and the mage has to sit there and just kind of pout in the corner. Yeah, so I'm gonna come right back with this Quest Hunter. I do like it. It's probably the
best,
better of the matchups, because sometimes, you know, oh,
you still there, dude?
Yeah, I am. I just had a brain fart. I'm back.
Okay. My internet's been a little bit wonky, so I just wasn't sure if it dropped for a quick sec. All right.
Nope, that's just me reading chat and being confused about what I said 10 minutes ago, and now I realize what I said 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. So
oh my goodness,
Wild9
this is Ping Mage.
Wild9 is not bringing your average, so no quest. So that's brought a question.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's almost like Wild9 said, you know, my mage isn't going to get a win. Do I go for the high roll, or do we go for a little bit of This is interesting. Tavin is very, very confused seeing a Star Scryer played out of hand, out of deck. Wow. I mean, this is an interesting one, Sayu.
Well, I haven't seen Mage come on. I haven't seen Mage
come on stream with the Morgan, so
anyway.
I still think that this is heavily favored towards the Quest Hunter. Because very similarly, you know, Tavin just doesn't have to play anything, and he's still just going to control the board. Eventually, so this is really nice. He's actually leaving up that Star Scryer to hit it with the piercing shot. You know, you're sacrificing 6 health this way, but you're transferring 5, and you're weaving the pings in as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice play by Tavin. But Wild9 finds the Wildfire.
Didn't use it. Well,
no, it's a bit awkward. You want a little bit more card draw here, I think, and just build the board as big as you can.
Piercing 2 times.
Yeah, so piercing shot going to push 5 damage. I mean, Tavin doesn't really care about the quest at this rate either, I don't think. You know, it's just going to be quick shots to the dome, piercing shots to the minions, everything that you can possibly push towards the head of Wild9, because there's well, I'm not going to say definitely no healing in the mage, because there's always a spice bread baker that I don't know about, but getting interesting, and there's
evocation. Even potion is not bad, but I think Evo might be good.
Yeah, potion's a bit clunky because your hand's so big. I guess you could Mordu and then potion it the turn after if it survives, but yeah, I think Evo is definitely the greatest call there. All right, so this is where, if you're Tavin, you look at your hand and see how much damage you truly do have, and think if you can beat the burn plus damage that's coming out of Wild9 here.
So you got piercing for 5.
Yeah, piercing goes to 5. That completes quest part number 1. And so that puts to 12, and then Arcane goes to 10 this turn. And then next turn we could do aim shot deals 3.
Okay.
There is a world. Oh, bolo shots. So nice with Professor Slate.
Where's the coin when you need it, man?
Right? I kind of like just firing the piercing shot off and just pushing the damage as low as you possibly can, but
I could see this being okay too.
you're not going to be able to play.
Is he just setting up for a bigger bolo shot with the professor?
Yeah, but I would have liked to see like the 2 attack. I don't think really matters. Professor Bolo is going to be able to deal with the board, but 2 damage. What would we have been at? So 17, 18. There's a chance Wild 9 could have just burned over the top there, but
Wild 9 getting a little bit animated with the monitor. But
I kind of like if Tavin just goes on a burn strat here, Saku. Yeah. I really just think if he goes on a burn strat,
so lethal coming out next turn.
Yeah.
And I don't think Tavin's gonna see that.
No,
that's
yeah,
gonna be game for, unfortunately, for Tavin, but
yeah, we were saying no healing for the mage, but no healing for this hunter as well. Just Wild 9 got off to a crazy start. I liked how Tavin was playing early on, but taking 6 damage from a Star Scryer really isn't what you want to see.
Yeah.
And then just getting, kind of pelted on by the minion pressure coming out of Wild 9.
Yeah. I want to thank Tavin and Wild 9 for being on screen and they having player cams too as well. Being at playoffs, it's a little bit more pressure for the players itself. Really appreciate the guys coming on streams. Bad for Tavin. Congratulations, Wild 9. I'm going to see if he can pop in here while we're things going.
Yeah, quite the matchup. I'm excited. Playoff Hearthstone is very interesting. Hearthstone, right? You bring out the ping mage, you bring out high tech paladin, just craziness.
All right, so we do have Wild 9 creeping in here, so line him up. Never heard of the guy myself,
Yeah, small member of the community for sure.
Yeah. No. There he is. The invite's coming, so we'll see Wild 9 popping in here in a second. There he is. Hey, Wild 9, how are you, buddy?
That was some high rolling, but yeah, good.
You said it, we didn't. So next interview, yeah, there we go. No, no, you had some great plays there, and Druid seemed like it was gonna be a little bit rough, but you powered through it, man.
Yeah, the game plan was to let the hunter win. I thought the hunter was gonna get a win somewhere for sure. So winning with the aggro druid against the quest hunter was actually very surprising. I didn't think that would happen.
Yeah, the watch post really coming in clutch, pushing a lot of damage and just awkward turns overall for the hunter. 4-mana wand makers is definitely not what you want to be seeing in that matchup. But I mean, let's cut right to the chase and talk about the elephant in the room, ping mage.
Well, after submission, I haven't brought mage much at all this season. And so it was kind of a pivot. And I think Tavin just had a perfect read, honestly. Like the classes he brought were just, in particular, the Priest Bring made me think that it was going to be just a quest mage target. So I was kind of just like, okay, we'll just hope for the best with quest mage at first. But kind of was just thinking about stuff. Woke up in the morning thinking, how come, I might as well look at ping mage at least. And essentially against most of what I expected to see, aggro Shadow Priest. I expected to, which we didn't see, Secret Pally and probably Quest Hunter. And basically against all those decks, ping mage is better. It's not necessarily amazing. I had to test the deck a bunch to get rid of, I started with the VS list, but there's just a bunch of dead cards in that list. So I had to kind of work out for board-based matchups, essentially. And I still didn't think I would beat the Hunter, though. I kind of scratched that off as like, we'll just lose that one. But again, really good draws, I would say, overall. And then I think one of the biggest advantages of bringing Ping Mage, is just that people will play it assuming you're Quest Mage. So I'm pretty sure the opening and then the lines he took is just not being familiar with Ping Mage, as well as just assuming it's Quest Mage. And so I think that also gave me a huge advantage to be able to race, because honestly, there's no way I have the opportunity to race if he knows that he has to kind of play the control there.
Yeah, I think you nailed it there. Is Starscryer getting in for 6 attack, 6 damage when he kind of held back and just wanted to push the piercing shot damage towards it, and holding off on the district for so long. It seemed it was just, eventually he turned it on and think, okay, I have to burn 2, but it was a weird one. That was definitely a surprising one, I think, when the mulligan came down and you didn't keep the fire left, and it was well done. I have to say, I was taken back by this bring.
I just think, especially since honestly, looking at the classes, I was like, okay, I'm probably going to lose because Quest Mage can't find a win here. And then even seeing in the first match when he played the Ogre Magi, right? I was like, okay, yeah, clearly it's a target mage strategy. So yeah, I think it was kind of like out of desperation on some level, but also, the closed format, you have to take advantage, I guess, of that format. And then additionally, I got enough testing in with the mage that I felt pretty comfortable and pretty confident that if I'm looking at a lot of board-based stuff, that I should be okay here, or at least like have some 50-50 rolls instead of like, and I think honestly, the biggest thing, like who plays Quest Mage, like you don't get any practice against Quest Mage, Ping Mage, right? So
no, yeah,
it's
100%.
You don't really know what the macro is and like how to play against it, or what, like, even the version I'm playing is kind of like a hodgepodge of random cards in some sense. And so like, you're not even really sure what to play around, or like how the matchup is supposed to play out. So
yeah, there was definitely a moment when you get a chance to catch the stream on the VOD or something like that, where Tavin's eyebrow was doing the rock eyebrow.
Yeah, like, when you passed turn 1 and he didn't see a quest, he was the most confused person. Yeah, like just watching it back, it's awesome. When you cue this out, you got to watch with chat. Chat goes insane. Seeing Ping Mage come out, a couple of your teammates there saying like, yeah, conversation team chat was pretty crazy. So it was very good, and his paladin, you saw the Ogremancer. I won't give too much more, but there was a lot in there that was not gonna. Your mage was not gonna like that if it was Quest Mage. So
yeah,
it was.
Very, very well done.
It just seemed like that was the strategy, and honestly, it was like the day, like yesterday morning, I woke up and I was like, I should just like at least think about Ping Mage, because maybe in theory it should work. And so I think like might as well pivot, because otherwise it's a little bit obvious. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting.
It's playoffs. You got to take those grass, man. You got to go for it, right? Playoff Hearthstone is not regular. Maybe in the regular season you'd say, you know what? It's Quest Mage. Maybe we high roll and scam there. Yeah. No, you're Ping Mage. We're doing the play. I can only imagine on the other side of I've been in the position where I see a mage. I say, there's no way he goes Ping Mage, right? No, there's no way. And then you just roll yourself, unfortunately. But no, it was really well played. Queuing was very good. Even the rogue matchup, didn't need the combo whatsoever, just tempoed it right out. So very nice to strike first and draw a nice 3-0 for your team, trying to make it a gold only finals.
Yeah, no, gold was stacked this year.
Gold was stacked.
And silver was what?
Free.
There was rumors it was free, but we know it's not. Yeah. So,
I was actually kind of worried that I won that Druid match, in part because I was like, now he's gonna know it's Ping Mage, and I honestly did not think I'd be able to get that win against the Hunter. So I was kind of thinking like, oh, that's gonna really actually change. In some ways, I wanted to surprise him against either priest or paladin in particular with the ping
Right.
mage. So
Yeah.
it was kind of felt bad. Like, okay, I mean, being 2-0, of course, is a good thing. Like, obviously, I want to win, but it's kind of awkward. Like, I was hoping he'd queue like not Quest Hunter, but Quest Hunter is like so good against.
It
I mean,
is.
I don't even know how people lose with Quest Hunter against Quest Mage, so I'm not surprised that he went Hunter again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was definitely the call from Tav, and it was the correct one. Even in the ping mage, I think he still made the correct play.
Yeah.
I think just utilization of some resources in the matchup was a bit awkward, and as you kind of nailed it on the head, it's a very strange deck to play against when you're not very tenured against it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do. The only
Yeah,
reason why I even know how to play any of these matchups at all is just because of practicing like with teammates and stuff. Like I
Yeah.
honestly I was also kind of like, I guess I'm just aggro here. I guess I just try to burn. Like I guess
Yeah,
that's the
and
plan now.
for sure. I mean, you set him in an awkward position where it could have turned a corner, but just from sheer pressure of 1/1s and mana feeders, it was pretty crazy. So, no, very well done for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Got it. All right. Any other final comments before we jump into the next match there?
No, just congratulations to your team for striking first.
Thanks. Thanks for having us too.
You got it. Well, you're the one that started this, man. You
Sure.
reached out to me. Hey, man, I'm playing on stream. Okay, no problem.
But still, you guys have to, be here.
We do work,
and
yes.
cast it.
I'd be here anyway.
You're right. Thanks again, Wild9, and congrats.
Thanks. See
Enjoy
you
your
guys.
evening.
Have a good cast.
You too. That didn't make sense. He's not
The
casting.
you
We
too.
are.
That's like that's the TikToks. Then Wild9 has to put on the caster pants, right? That he's got to cast with us now. Get back in here, Wild9.
Yeah, that's right. It's like going through the Tim Hortons drive-through and say,
yeah.
Enjoy
your coffee. Yeah, you too. Me too. And that's
What?
when you're having a coffee with your drive-through attendant. Yeah.
easy friends. So
that's how you make friends, man.
Yep. All right. So we are on to our next match there. So if you want to,
yes,
we do have bands and we do have the players that are ready. So
yeah. All right. So real fast, just so we don't have to make anyone wait too long, we've got Nails and your Mumked coming in for some pro finals for the Clowns. Nails coming in to your Mumked from No Pros here. We've got real quick off the top. Nails is not going to have his Paladin, and your Mumked is not going to have the Rogue. So that is going to leave Nails with the Face Hunter, with the Elemental Doomhammer Shaman, and Rogue, Garrote Rogue of his own. And for your Mumked, that's going to leave Anacondra Druid, Elemental Doomhammer Shaman as well. And that kind of spicy quest control warrior that we saw a little bit of in the Masters Tour there. Mm-hmm. So very interesting brings here. As we said, Nails lost the band, or has his Paladin banned, and your Mumked is going to lose his Rogue. So for this matchup, Lulnenko earlier on took a 3-0 victory over Pascoa. So it's kind of in the Clowns, court to steal back some of that momentum.
That's right.
Your Mumked is definitely tenured. Nails is doing very well for themselves. So it's going to be a clash of the Titans here. Top 1 seeds coming through pro finals. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, you could. You can get some GMs and all that stuff, but the way the THL is structured now, we got some super awesome players, as we're going to be showcasing tonight. So,
well, at least there's no pros on No Pros here. Finally,
allegedly, yes.
Allegedly. Whereas for the Clowns, I think every single one of their team members are very high up in not only ladder finishes but Master Tour qualifiers, and Pascoa, who just had a very good Masters Tour. Same thing with Super Chicken, had some reps in there. Same with German Shep. So get ready for some high quality Hearthstone.
That's right. So all right, I'm just letting the players know, just doing the band thing, and Pumpkin band Paladin for Nails. Okay. Being situated. just going to let the players know they can go, and we will get started. So for our viewers, your mom kid's going to be at the bottom of the screen, or first spectate there for Cord and myself, with Nails being on top.
Nails has a beautiful webcam up right now. Got Smogden University, but a little bit of a buddy there for some emotional support during this high stakes matchup.
All right.
All right, we're just waiting for them to ready up and do battle. They're just finalizing some lists, possibly.
Yep. So let's see. Let's see what they come up with and if they're starting.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. The open deck list for pro. So we have the lists. We know what they are. Bands are gone through. So I'm kind of looking at this Druid over for your mom kid.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's really going to need to high roll into some of these more aggressive matchups that Nails has brought with the Shaman, with the Hunter. Rogue is more than likely going to be its best option, just with Cenarian wards early, or just to gain the armor. Sometimes you can align, but sometimes the alignments can really hurt you, especially with an efficient Octobot into an aligned hand is
Right.
pretty deadly when everything costs 0 for the rogue. So more than likely it's going to be, I see this Druid's going to be the struggle for sure. But sometimes Druid can just do some crazy things.
Right. I think I got the wrong. Yes. Okay. So your mom kid, I got Hunter in there. I was wondering, where did Druid come in? But
yeah,
Silly
Anaconda
me.
Druid for the for your mum kid.
Yeah, I
So
just put I had Hunter class in your mom kid's lineup by mistake. So apologize. All right, still waiting for the players to kind of rip roar here. So they didn't see me. Oh, there we go. So your mom kid's on now. Let's get on to match 2.
getting on in here, your mum kid for no pros here. Nails coming in for the Clowns Pro Hero Pro Series Finals.
Just asking Nails to put their spectate on so we can see what kind of cards they're dealing with. Here we go.
All right, so we're going to see right off the bat your mum kid coming out with the Elemental Shaman. Nails going to be countering with, wait, did I read wrong. That's not Face Hunter. That's Quest Hunter.
Okay.
To be completely fair, I quickly glanced. I read through. I saw Barak. I saw Rifle. I saw Piercing Shot, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's just Face Hunter." Missing the ever so elusive Rhino that is usually staring you in the face in that 5 slot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually just Quest Hunter coming out for Nails. My apologies.
All right. That's it. We're both fired and we're quitting. See you later.
Yeah, and very, very interesting. Soccer. There's double Rot Rust Vipers in the hand for Nails right now.
Yeah.
So you could pretty much just guarantee or say that your mum kid is playing Elemental Shaman and forget about the Doomhammers, because as soon as the first Doomhammer comes down, it's gonna get 4 damage in, and then it's gonna get absolutely cleared off. Yeah. So I'd be interested to see if your mum kid holds the Doomhammers for later turns, on turns 7 or 8, where he can equip the Doomhammer and then play a Storm Strike and pop off for a little bit more damage.
I was just going to say, I mean, with the open deck list, I mean, sure, your mom kid's probably doing what you said, just holding back until they can do max.
So what Nails just did there is very interesting. Trading the first Rust Viper away. essentially, your Mumpkin's going to say, okay, you don't have the second one, right? Busy Elemental. I mean, that's a big taunt. All right, so for sure, Nails now does know and have the information that Doomhammer has been drawn. Bolo shot, very nice to clean up this board. Can also choose to just ping face after the Bolo shot. Nothing too pressing for Nails here. Double Bolo if he really chooses to, but I don't think 2 damage you're really worried about, unless you want to immediately get this quest completed. All right, so Nails traded back 1 Viper. Is your Mumkid going to take the bait and pull the Doomhammer? Or are we going to see a little bit of a slower play, some elementals on the board, possibly?
With me not reviewing the list very, very well prior to match, I'm really curious about the Fizzy Elemental portion of it.
Hey, it's a big minion. I don't know if it ever hits. I don't know. Yeah, it rushes. It deals with Tavish pretty well, I suppose.
Yep.
There's another Rockbiter, so just tempos out the Inara or the Fireheart. Get the Rockbiter. So I think your Mumkid's probably just going to hold off on it until next turn, turn 7, and then he can go, Doomhammer into Rockbiter, push 10, and then forego and kind of accept the fact that the Doomhammer's gone. Or really, with the hand that your Mumkid's dealing with right now with Earth Elemental, could wait till turn 10. And push 16 if he chooses to.
That's what I was just doing in my head. He's halfway there, but it's a long ride.
I mean, there's a lot of expensive elementals in the hand right now. You don't want to play this Earth Elemental. Yeah, so just gonna say, if you've got the second one, you've got the second one. Or I guess if you've drawn it, then you have it. Ross was more than likely going to come down for 3 mana here, and then I think we're very close to Tavish. Yeah, could get the reward in hand anyway with Quick Shot and Prey behind that Rust with Viper, but I don't think you need to use that much that quickly. You can just kind of slow play this from the side of Nails now that you have so much information. Doorbell Infestation is a pretty nice pickup as well. Just going to set up the completion for next turn.
All right. Looking at 7 next turn to their face. Ooh, another.
Yeah, it's smart because now we can go with the Storm Strike and Rockbiter.
Yep.
And no Viper in hand for Nails, but how much do we have on the backswing here?
4.
Not enough, but it's close. Definitely enough to set him very, very low. Tavish comes down, and that's a 7/7 that has to be respected.
Yep.
And we do have the Venomous Scorpion as to just find a cheap spell. That's... No, it would only be 18.
Yep.
It'd be 6. It'd be 16 damage. Yeah.
So Earth Elemental.
Trying to see if there's a line where Canal Slogger saves you. But I mean, Tavish is going to hit you in the face. Your Lily Pad, unfortunately, is offline. Even if you Earth Ellie, you just die to the poison, and then you're dead on board. Yeah, wow. unfortunate 3 damage off lethal here for your Mumked. 1 mana away, actually, from lethal. If we didn't have to play the second Doomhammer last turn, we'd have enough mana to do the whole combo with the Storm Strikes and the Rock Biters. Canal Slogger going to heal us up to 16. And then, yeah, just push it to the face, but should be all but over.
Yeah, what with the... Oh, that's definitely over with the arcane shot.
There's 13 just from what we see with pings and on board, but with arcane shots, adorable infestations, the reset on the hero power, more than over. And Nails is going to take that first victory over your Mumked's Shaman.
All right. Quest Hunter doing some work tonight?
Yeah, I guess finally Quest Hunter getting a elusive win, as it would be.
Yes.
A little bit earlier, Tavin, trying to find the wins on it earlier, and Nails finally giving Tavish what he's been hoping for, and getting him on board and able to burn down. That's more the matchup I think you're looking for with the Quest Hunter. A board-based, had the bolo shots to really take control, and just for your Mumkid, didn't really get enough pressure down to punish the early game from the Quest Hunter. And I mean, we saw the tech cards, the double Viper in deck was just too good for Nails in that matchup.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I mean, you saw their deck lists, obviously, but you're just hoping they don't have it. Okay, on to match number 2. The match number 2, game number 2.
Yeah, so we've got your Mumkid coming out with the Quest Control Warrior, I suppose, or at least just the Quest Warrior, with some higher up top end with the Mutanus, Overlord, Sourfang, Kresh, so on and so forth. And for Nails, you're going to have the Elemental Shaman of their own. There is no weapon destruction in the deck for your Mumked, so these Doomhammers are going to be safe to just play whenever Nails does get them. But really, it's going to be, can your Mumkid find, Barov Rancor turns, Brawl turns, just to gain enough mana to get away from it. Fantastic start by both of these individuals. Your Mumkid finding the Pirates early on, but Nails finding that classic coin Granite Springs into probably the best elementals you could ask for to have in hand.
All right. Yeah, definitely with a little bit of discount love going across the board there. So
nice. Very good pirate picked up there. Yep. Sword Eater more than likely going to be what's played next turn just to complete the quest. Draw the Bulwark out of the deck and be able to buy your Mumkid a little bit of time from dealing with some of this aggressive. That is a thick elemental. Always forget that Colossus is an elemental, actually. Oh no, that's so bad. Your Mumkid completes the quest and is not going to draw anything off of the completion, as Bulwark is the only weapon drawn run in the deck. That does give Nails quite a bit of information. Really just knows what one of the cards in the hand automatically is now, and that's a bit heartbreaking for your Mumkid there.
All right, Canal Slogger coming down to take care of the 2/5.
Yeah,
that's
probably the best.
Yeah, okay.
Lilypad's the best. I mean, so the argument there is, do you save Lilypad for like Kresh, or do you save it for a higher value minion? I do like just playing a 5/6 and being able to threaten the board a little bit more here. Mm-hmm. It just seems quite a bit better, and you've got a nice 3/2 coming from Nails next turn. So it would have been a little bit awkward to play that elemental in turn 5 here.
Yeah.
I'm going to trade this Provoke away, see what we can dig out. All right, well, there is the Crash.
On turn Crash, there you go. 2 damage,
And,
or 5 damage, there you go.
Yeah, Nails did use the Lily Pad Lurker, so Crash is going to be a little bit safer. Obviously, one more is still in the deck for Nails, but a little bit more of a safer play. And here's that, 3 into 2. Oh, actually going to hold the Gyre Worm.
Okay. Interesting. I thought that might have been played to go face, but just for more minion presence. But
it does play around Rancor because this is like the most beautiful Rancor at the moment.
True.
It does give the Gyre Worm the availability to ping off a piece of the Bulwark as well. I don't think these hit the way that your mom kid wanted them to. No,
why not go face? Hey, we only get two minion or health minions on the board.
Oh wow! And then it's just gonna heal him back up and down to 17 is your mom kid.
Yep.
Oh, Doomhammer. That it breaks your elemental chain, but I think that's just the play at this rate. Yeah, gonna deal no more armor gain, and the annoying part of these minions that are on the board right now for Nails is they're just gonna whittle down a Bulwark.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a great draw, but you're seeing.
You got 4, 6, 7 damage coming at you, obviously, unless you take care of the board.
Yeah, 7 damage plus. You know what one of the cards in the hand is? You know it's an elemental that got randomly generated off of the Nimbus. So you might feel a little bit safer saying you probably don't have it, and then this just completes your quest. So, awkward part about the quest completion, however, is Bulwark is essentially just like a 1-turn. You can't kill me. Ooh, my goodness.
Can't play both, obviously, but there is some.
Yeah, but
10
casual 10 to the dome.
Yep.
And and even with just Instructor Fireheart in hand at this rate, there's no safe position.
Ouch. So
yeah,
your mom kid, there's no taunt outside of the Asnoth.
Bulwark would save you. Yeah, can't even do Crush Provoke because it doesn't take damage from the totem. Yeah, we could trade the Provoke away and see what we pull, but I really think this has to be a Bulwark of Astronaut turn.
Man.
This is a tough one for your mom kid. This is a very, very difficult decision. You've seen one Storm Strike already.
Trade or?
I think you have to. I think this turn tells you it's going to be a Bulwark trade turn. Yeah, definitely the Bulwark if we're thinking maybe not going to trade the Provoke because we want the Crush to run into something.
Right.
We're just going to pull the Fireheart Ripcord. There's a Sherpin Shrine portal. We are not overloaded, so it doesn't really do a whole ton. I think it's just Sherpin Shrine at this rate. Because that sets to 8. Oh, right, Bulwark. Lies. There's not 8. Bulwark.
Look at that Viper. If that Viper was an option, oh my goodness.
We only have 3. We have 2 mana, so none of this is playable. So Blast is the best because it just rips off more Bulwarks.
Okay.
Yeah, Bulwark got one more charge left. The Inara to try to rip off as much kind of fell flat for Nails there, but there's a good board on the other side. Again, though, we can't play this quest reward just yet. It's going to be a crash into... Well, technically, the whole board gets cleared off by the crash.
Right.
Crash does not die. The... Yes, that goes. All right, well, slowly but surely.
Round in the corner. Because you got Sword Eater, well, Rokara next. Anyway, do with that next turn. So is Gyro. Do you do the Storm Strike? This time, what does that get you?
Get you a 10.
You
Put
got
your
12. Yeah, I don't think you use it right now.
I think you do. You just Earth Elemental. You clear off the pirate here.
Okay. Yeah.
Leaves him up with a 3/1, and this also sets up if Rokara comes. If Rokara does come down, you can pop the crash if your mom kid doesn't trade in. Oh no!
Not knowing you have Colossus in hand, because that's a what?
That would
50/50
be
chance of.
That would be dreadful. Oh no!
And what comes out? Hey,
Oh my
Gyro,
God, this
you
is-
got lucky. 50/50 chance to pull that Colossus out. And
Wow! What a crazy 50/50. I mean, the game was essentially over at that point if that came out, right? That also rips off 3 damage that Nails would have been able to push. And as we said, the corner is getting turned here. Colossus is going to come down, but what do we got here? Ceremonial Maul.
oh wow!
What great hits. That's more what your mom kid was looking for.
Double Rancor here, maybe?
You could double Rancor. What does that give you? 6 armor, and then you can trade your Rokara in. Leaves you up with a 4/2 from the weapon, and then a 3/2. It's not the worst, but I think this Rokara goes no matter what.
Yeah, Vol'jin. You don't want to see Vol'jin disappear, right?
No, I think it's the best way is, double Rancor is going to kill both of these minions, and then Rokara can actually run into what spawns of the Colossus. This is going to be able to push 5 up top for your Mumken, and Nails on the back foot.
Rope-a-doped. Oh, there's some heal.
Yeah, a little healing. It's gonna do well.
Hey.
I mean, we could also just double Earthen Elemental. This puts the most on the board, and there's always a pirate being spawned out from the Juggernaut, so this Canal Slogger is always hitting something.
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty good
Bear
for
off.
Nails. Not bear off, but there's no more Rancors in the deck. There is still 1 provoke, or did we? How many provokes are we running?
2.
2 provokes. So there still is a provoke in the deck, so we can bear off provoke something for another board clear, but our armor is essentially done outside of heavy plate that we run 2 of in the deck. That's essentially it. Or if we get Crash off of Sourfang, but we've had quite a bit of Frenzy minions die, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, we've had exactly
0. Oh, sorry, maybe the Anchorman? No, the Anchorman.
Yeah, the Anchorman and Crash have died, so a Sourfang would be guaranteed Anchorman and Crush to, it's pretty good draw there. Your mom kid has to decide what they want to do here. If you want to pull this bear off, it looks like he is. Sword Eater behind it, just it's the same amount.
Yep, more minions on there and another armor. So this is not ideal for nails, but no choice. So
no. All right, so then this is going to clear off, leave us with a Canal Slogger. Menacing Nimbus, what's in the box? Okay.
I like it. Forge Brew.
It's definitely not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's not an Alakir, but, it's not a, it's not a Rekindling elemental, so.
Right.
And you just play it. There's no cards in hand. The worst punish is Brawl.
Just rip it, Nails. Give her.
Yeah, I think Brawl is the absolute worst outfit there. There's only one in the deck. Outrider's Axe is not half bad. Gonna clear off 2 minions. He gets an Amalgadon. Oh, he rips it, but he's gonna find there's nobody home for the Mutanus. Actually, he might realize what that card is.
Yeah, what's he end up doing here?
I mean,
Frenzy.
if your mom kid's been tracking, he knows that is a Fireheart spell. There's a good chance he still knew. Just wants to get a 4/4 on the board, which is completely fine. There is the Doomhammer picked up. We have used still double Rockbiter in deck for Nails, so there is still a very good possibility to push through here.
And they're down to just not top decking, but just one card each. So.
Yeah, I think you see the Molten Blast, and then you take one face damage or take the one hit from the Amalgamation.
Yeah.
And then you can push 6 to face. It also sets up that the 2 shots from the Juggernaut could actually go towards these Molten Blasts, these elementals, and not your face. I think saving the 4/4. Oh, Leslie does 2. Awkward. This feels a lot worse now.
Where do these bombs go? It's a pretty good
All right, so double Whirling Combatant does clear the board and
use it in top deck mode for Nails.
Yeah. Wonder how much your mom kid really thinks that his board's going to be under stress here. I don't want to take any more face damage than required. I honestly think double Combatant. It does kill your. Actually, it kills the board, doesn't it? Because 1, 2, 3. No, your Mutanus survives.
Your buff doesn't, right?
But your pirate will not. Oh no, right, because one goes after the other. Yeah, literally nothing survives. Okay. I forgot that the second frenzy would proc off of the first frenzy. That's a very strange sequence of events. Arid Stormer just not gonna be what Nails is looking for here. You just play it for something that doesn't go face. Juggernaut could give us lethal here, depending on where these bombs decide to hit. If we get a Gore Howl here, that's it.
No Gore Howl. Pew pew. And
one face. GG's.
Yep. Nifty nuff on the board. So okay. We are tied. 1-1.
Yeah, after a very explosive start from Nails, your Monkid is able to pull back that victory. Pirate Warrior, as we see there, has some of the best comeback mechanics just throughout with brawls, with Rancors, even just going through with like provokes into the crash. Once the armor gain is back there, it's just so incredibly difficult for something to break through the bulwark, because you could just build up that armor and have no threat outside of Vipers or weapon destruction to really punish you that badly. I'm interested to see. I think it's proper that we don't have Vipers in the Shaman, but with how heavily tech the Quest Hunter was, I was interested to see that we didn't do that for all of the decks.
All right, so now we got a Shaman mirror. For new viewers that may join us, it's going by Conquest rules, so if the player that wins with their deck can't use it anymore, it's a best of 5. So
yeah, and this is straight up mirror matchup, card for card, the exact same list. Right down to the Bolner.
Nice.
Like right down to the Bolner is the same. So we're gonna see what happens here. Nails off to a very heavy start with the double granite in hand. And your mom get a little bit more of that early game with the Cage Match Custodian, Kindling Elemental as well. Going to be very nice. Okay.
Here comes Boomer.
Yeah, Bolnor is just not going to be able to be dealt with. And it's going to be able to get off quite a bit of protection here. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Okay. There's a good chance that Menacing Nimbus just pulls a ton of cards for your Mumkid next turn, gets him 2 additional elementals.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the comeback mechanic is set. Ooh, 1 off of Lilypad Lurker. But yeah, I think just getting 2 elementals in hand, drawing the Doomhammer as well. Is he going to play the other Custodian to get another additional? I think so.
Get 2 weapons. Oh my.
Ooh. Okay. Well, that's not being seen for a very long time, but
priest every once in a while for.
Yeah, might be seen with the new mini set card we saw that come out there. What the Amulet of Undying is it called?
That's what it was.
So gonna be able to clean off this board here. I mean, there is double elemental Thalnos in Nail's board right now, so his comeback potential is extremely high. Whereas on your Mumkid side, he got a ton of value from Volnir, and he's still getting a ton of value, but might be running a little bit short now with the ability. And there's Volnir of Nails' own.
Yeah.
I wonder if he wants to go for double draw here. Would draw basically an elemental. 4 cards, essentially. I think it's only elemental spell or nature spells. Yeah.
Gyro, I'm going to take care of.
I wonder if he. I think Bolnor is just too good with this draw mechanic right now. Rockbiter is going to be able to deal with the Hammerbeak across the way, and finally. He is gone and dealt with from this world. And Arid Stormer picked up is pretty good for your Mumkid in this situation. Cleans the board very nicely, and then
Gyroworm is handling the 6-2. So
that's a board himself. There is a Doomhammer for Nails. So Primal's going to draw 4 cards here.
Oh my goodness.
And then Custodian's going to do another... I don't think it'll draw another... I think that's it. Yeah, the other Rock Rider's gone. So this is just going to be... Man, what an explosive turn with the double Granite Forgeborn. Being able to play out these battle cries is absolute insanity. And yeah, no, that is all of the spells in the deck for Nails. So there will be no more drawing off of the Primal Fin, or the Primal Fin. Look at me, the Primal Dungeoneer.
I know what you're thinking, man. The Primal Fin Battlegrounds.
Yeah, rest in peace, Primal Fin.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot to have to deal with. You've already used double Gyreworm, double Gyreworms. You've used an Arid, so there's not a lot that can bail you out in this situation. I wonder, like, you can't even lily pad the
Bolner, yep.
The Bolner, because you're just really in an awkward position on the backswing. Gyreworm, the Bolner, trade something else. Play a Rock Rager. Wow, what a horrible minion.
It's perfect just to slow something down, but
yeah, like what a bad minion. I mean, this gets just traded in by a Rekindling.
Yeah.
I don't believe this is lethal. Oh my gosh. Doesn't even need to trade. Can just actually play the Revenant.
Yeah. And then go full ham after that. And
yeah,
your
just
hit at 7? No, 6. 6 mana next turn.
Yeah, 6 mana this turn, and I think we're just dead without the spells. I mean, your Mum Kid knows the spells are in hand, as he Nails drew, 6 cards in one turn. But I think this is just lethal.
Got 14 on
any
board right
way
now.
you cut it. Yeah.
Mum Kid sees the light.
And the Shaman Mirror matchup is going to go towards Nails. So ever so close to swinging back that week. Nails is just the one win away. This Rogue has to get through the Shaman, which very difficult matchup for the Rogue. Has to pretty much draw perfectly and really weather the early storm that is the Shaman's early aggression. Plus has to deal with the Doomhammers as well. So, your Mum Kid's definitely not out of this one. Has, I think, 2 very nice matchups into the Rogue, but sometimes Rogue just pops off and does insane turns.
All right. Game 4.
Game 4.
5. Nails up 2-1 over your Mum Kid right now.
And great start from your Mum Kid. A little bit of early aggression. Nails does get the Octobot, but man, that is not the hand you want to see with an Octobot. Going to be able to swindle through though and find some hopefully better discountable minions. Yeah, I like that. Just gonna say, hey, you can't kill this.
That's right.
You can't, like, the Frenzy gets proc no matter what. Good recognition by Nails there, and actually going to be able to play a turn 2 Shroud here. Actually, could even Shadow Step and play the Octo again to get more. Just because, again, there is nothing in your Mum Kid's deck that could deal 4 damage right off the top.
Right. So that's the line that Nails is going with, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Pop it back out.
Man, Saku, this is both field contacts in hand for Nails.
God. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. For Nails.
I would just say both field contacts in hand for Nails. Like, discounted field contacts, 3 mana is usually the most that Rogue has to spend on anything. It makes the turns awkward, but as soon as we see the second Octobot or anything like that, this contact turn is going to be absolutely insane. There's a second Octobot.
Hey, anybody like Octopus? How about Octobot? We got 3 that just got delivered fresh.
Yeah, I mean, now there is this Octo won't be played because any elemental will buff the Wailing Vapor to the point of just killing and no frenzy procced. Even with these great discounts that have been coming through for Nails, there's been no lights out discounts towards no brain freezes, no pillagers, no wand thieves, nothing that costs 0. So the turn for field contacts, as great as they are discounted, really one battle cry in the hand at the moment.
Gonna trade.
Interested if he trades or if he plays. Yeah.
Play is good.
Play is good. I mean, it deals the damage right away, and it helps you to fight a little bit back onto the board. I mean, we're just going to see Granite Forgeborn here, and more than likely see the Wailing Vapor trade into that.
Can't see why I wouldn't. So there we go. Right on cue. 4 to 6 to face.
Yeah, and with there's a bleed. All right. Okay, Pillager is good. Yeah, Nails is gonna have to take his opportunity to finally go off. Rep, not exactly what you want to see. We'll have to see what the Plunderer is able to pull out. Hopefully, something that's decently playable. A Swindle would be absolutely amazing off the top here for Nails. Gonna do the prep just to get rid of the Arid. And nobody's home.
Gyreworm to... I don't know, Lily Pad or Gyreworm? And Earth Revenant. That's what I was thinking of.
I think Gyreworm Earth Revenant is fine. It's completely, it keeps your Lily Pad Lurker online. You basically keep the board in completion here. Yeah, I mean, this is just from the Doomhammer that Nails knows your Mumkid has in hand. This is lethal.
Shrouded Concealment. Ooh.
You can clear off.
The 3/2.
You can survive.
Yeah,
you can survive in this case if you're Nails. If you clear the Gyreworm, brings it down to 8, and then Doomhammer is only 12, so you survive in that case.
You're paying for my discretion.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna see.
Okay, looking at 8 damage and Doomhammer for another 4.
Might just go Inara here.
No, he said.
No, he says. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Inara could have maybe not found anything too crazy. I guess this also just sets up a straight up lethal next turn. Nails has to deal with not only the board, but there's a Doomhammer that's just going to hit you in the face no matter what you do. There's no healing. There's no taunt. Oh, as I say that, he draws this, but he can't play anything off of it that's going to do anything crazy. Invocation's cool. More likely just going to rip that and find the lethal.
Yep, stagger up and find lethal.
always good to play out. Just, you never know. There's also good learning opportunities just to see where, you could have done something differently. I don't see anything differently that Nails really could have done, other than drawing more proactive cards in the ways of Brain Freeze and the Pillagers a little bit earlier on. But your mom kid really just got off to an amazing start and was able to put up a ton of pressure in that one.
Yep. So that brings us down to the most wonderful words in THL is Game 5.
Game 5.
Nails is Rogue versus your mom kid's Druid.
The forest fights back.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting one, Saku. I think typically this one leans more towards the Druid, but rogues can tend to do crazy things if they hold turns for alignment or such and just discount their whole hands, but that's holding a lot of stuff.
Right.
And your mom kid, I mean, both these players, as I looked at your mom kid's hand, I saw the one card that they wanted, Lady Anaconda with a Fungal Fortunes to not, and then the Germination as well. Like, your mom kid's going to be able to pop off naturally with this hand. No alignment's going to be needed. Whereas Nails, on the other hand, is looking just as strong. Has the Octobot, has the Contact, Pen Flingers. Plunderers are probably just going to plunder yourself, but it's proactive things that need to happen. Claw Machine, not the best, but yeah, Fungal Fortune here is going to rip. Be able to draw up quite a few cards, and there is the Celestial Alignment. Oh man, this Druid hand is looking very spicy, Saku.
All right. Just updating the final Wild Series match with that's coming up after this. And just to mention, 6J is gonna assist us in navigating through the Wild match that's coming up with Memnarch versus the Rotted Zombie.
Yes, in some Wild playoffs.
That's right.
All right, so just overgrowth right there for your mom kid. Nails is possibly going to just do a little bit here with the Pen Flinger. Not going to try and go too crazy. Wonder if... I think Nails wants to maybe hold off on the Octo or just trying to figure out what they want to play with it.
Well, there's a happy-go-lucky Shadow Step. Do you... Yeah, I guess...
I mean, this is...
Alive, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, Nails has to do it here because Celestial Alignment comes down next turn if your mom kid has it.
Yeah.
So this is why you need to play all these. Playing this Octobot out now as well is beneficial because Celestial comes down. And what Nails is setting up here is to discount the hand that your mom kid gives him.
Yep.
To
zero,
extremely, right? Yeah, to just straight up zero. Especially with double. Wow, always play the top decked one.
Here we go.
Now, trying to think. Your mom kid doesn't need to align, but with what you see on the board, I don't know if Anaconda Innervate Germination is good enough. Maybe 8 mana, and then Cenarian Ward still costs 4, so Lightning Bloom doesn't get us where we want to go. Very well played and planned out by Nails, knowing what this turn 7 is to your mom kid, and now your mom kid has a Very difficult decision ahead.
Play Claw Machine and get some value out of it.
A Claw Machine. Just hero power just to try to knock down the discounts a little bit more. I mean,
Yeah.
how many cards do we have? 19 cards in deck. I don't think Nails can do enough to draw through the remainder. But there is a lot of gas in this hand that Nails chooses to go in on.
Another Garrot card. So
I wonder if... Yeah, just going to go in.
the heck with it. Thought the Guild Trader would have came down first to get more damage, but I guess maybe Mana was there, so.
Yeah, just wants to really guarantee, because if this misses the Garrots,
Ooh.
yeah, so... Alright, so find one of the Garrots. Just because the Guild Traders are tradable, so now if we lose the Battle Cry...
Oh, look at that.
Wow. It's going to keep going. This does set up your Mum Kid again if he wants to do an alignment or some, crazy turn. He doesn't have an answer to just the board that's here and the massive amounts of spell damage that are also still on the board. We've got a +2, so 4 damage coming out from every single Garrote that's still in the deck. And what do we got? 5 bleeds still in with 13 cards and a guild field contact that is very protected.
Yep. No damage to. So he's got 10 technically for mana wise.
Yeah. So
could
I mean,
go up to 16 if he did the Snarian Ward and bust out too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if Anaconda. So Anaconda into.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jeez.
You can Anaconda Solar Germination and give you 2 Anacondras. But that whole thing costs 6. You have to. Yeah. This makes the ward cost 2, so we have to bloom.
Ooh.
Well, we're gonna see what we got. What do we get? Oh. Okay. Well, Guild Trader Prep Shroud is more than likely what we're going to see. Prep Shroud is going to be able to draw a little bit more out of the deck, or just Prep Swindle as well.
Ooh, 6 damage.
So there is currently 30 damage worth of bleeds in the deck. And both Shadow Steps have been used, remember, Saku.
Yep. Ooh. Are these bleeds just going to...
There's a very good chance. There's 4 bleeds remaining in the deck. And I mean, we've only got two more draws here. This is an all or nothing turn.
Yep.
I mean, that deals quite a bit of damage. That takes a lot of the board off. Nails doesn't find the bleeds, but sets up a very nice board on the backswing that you just saw your Mum Kid blow a lot of very good cards. Overloaded for 2 as well.
Wow, this is... So he's able to take care of the Octobot, but he's got Guild Trader kind of just hanging about saying...
Yeah, I mean, Guild Trader's got the 3 spell damage just because of the +1 right now, so it is a little bit more of the... But, I mean, you're just almost... Are you just dead?
So 4-8 into the either 1-2 or the 3-3.
I think you got to take 3, right?
Yeah.
And then you have 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 9 damage just on the board, even if you trade the So like you're forced into hero powering this turn just to stay alive.
Yep. Get rid of the one. What are the 1/2s? Because you're not seeing any more.
Time grows short.
Celestial alignment is just not going to be in your favor because you get. Well, you don't know what Nails has in hand, but you don't want to give him the advantage of just smashing out a good card, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, one thief. Oh wow.
Okay.
Well, we're just dead.
Yeah. There's
I
a
mean,
bleed.
Garrote also just kills us, but that was just lethal on board, regardless of the Garrote or not. So, really, really well played by Nails. Like,
Definitely well played by Nails and by your mom kid understanding
yeah,
the need. So I think unfortunately for your mom kid at the end, just didn't have a choice, right? So
that just I mean, you nailed it. No pun intended. Nails put
I don't understand what you mean.
your mom kid in some very horrible positions to have to respect the fact that, you know, if you want to discount or if you want to align this turn, I've got an Octobot that you can't deal with, and I'm going to discount my entire hand. Or, you know, the fact that he just went in on some crazy field contact turns and didn't really have regard, or shuffling the Garrots in so much earlier. Like 13, I think there were 19 cards left in deck when Nails shuffled. So just really, really well played. And I mean, your mom kid had the germination turn there and was just a little bit too shy on the cards in hand.
Yep. All right, so that sets the tone for the playoffs there. So we got we're tied up at what 4? Well, actually,
It won't be tied. No Pros here will still have a slight lead. It should be a 6-4 for NPH at the moment, with the 2 wins that your mom kid was able to pull out from the series with Nails. So definitely very, very good for your mom kid to get even the 2 points. If you're, you know, if you're down that quickly, it's great to get in, at least get the 2 points for the victory.
hey Nails,
Yeah.
congrats on the win tonight, man. It was a tough battle with Kid as always, right?
Yeah, no, those it's a good set. Yeah, like I felt like I was unfavored heading into it. He was trying to target Garrote, but I got my Hunter through. The Hunter, like I think the Vipers made it fine into Shaman and it's good into Warrior, but the Druid is like 80-20. So getting that one out of the way game 1 was a huge relief.
Yeah, no, it really well played there for the Hunter with the double teched Vipers. Definitely bringing what you needed to get the job done. And then, you know, as you and I talked a little bit time ago, Bolner just seems like a very good card. Found its niche in the Elemental Shaman, being able to draw 6 cards that turn with the double.
That was
Like,
such a good Bolner
yeah.
turn. That guy, whoever came up with putting that card in Ollie Shaman did a good deed.
Yeah,
That card's so good.
You could have drawn more. You just ran out of spells in deck, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just ran out of stuff to do. So, yeah, what a wicked turn. I mean, in a mirror, those are really the turns you got to go for, I guess, just to set yourself aside and give yourself the best chance. And double Granite forward bringer is it seems pretty good too.
Hitting the double flow is also great. Yeah, I just definitely high rolled the Shaman there. Not going to dispute that one. I guess there's more I could ask for, but that wouldn't be realistic. Like, I could have had a Kindling into Forgeborn into Forgeborn. That would have been fun, but like, yeah, no, it was. I rolled very, very high in the Shaman there. I'm not gonna complain, because that's the deck of the of everything that I brought. That's the deck that I probably have the least practice on. So,
sure.
getting through the mirror was it was useful. I mean, aside from just like it's always good to win mirrors.
Yeah, and then I mean, let's get right to it. Take me through that Roguewood, man. Putting yourself in like wicked positions coming into turn 7, knowing that if he's going to align, you've got these double octos that even if you can kill one or proc one, I still have the other. Take us through a couple of those turns because you've really set awkward turns up for your mom kid to really do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, so that's generally how you want to counterplay alignment with Rogue. I generally consider the matchup to be pretty Rogue favored. Like, it's not overwhelmingly favored, but the Rogue should win it more often. Setting an Octobot on the board before they play alignment just allows you to set your hand to 0 and like play all your cards, and it's I didn't even have a great hand for it, but I like the hand that I had wanted me to rep. You can't play alignment because then my Octobots go off. And like I mean, I drew the double Octobot, double field contact, and so I could afford to be reckless with the first one. Druid just doesn't have great ways to remove a field contact as well. Like they have to have Lunar Eclipse hero power to kill a Divine Shield field contact, and even I know that there's at least one GM and probably some others that think you're just supposed to coin contact on 2 in that matchup because they usually don't have Lunar Eclipse.
Yeah, and just gets the coin out of hand as well. Less of a clunkier. You're able to use it a lot nicer and post alignment and things like that. But yeah, I mean, even going through the turn where you finally pulled the Garrots off, I think you had about 19 cards maybe left in deck or maybe 15 cards and just pulled the Garrots and really again like turn then after putting the Octos down set up another turn where your mom kid was just forced to do this awkward Anacondra germination, unable to go for the double Cenarian Ward to gain the big armor amounts to push out of damage contention.
Yeah, and then you want to make the Druid's life as awkward as you can. I didn't actually draw my Neophytes until it was too late to matter, but those are usually also really clutch in the matchup. It turned out that having him draw Anaconda was bad because he had to tempo Claw Machine and draw nothing, and the fact that they were 3/7s instead of 6/10s was pretty clutch because I could just kill him off with like plus 5 spell power Brain Freeze or whatever. The matchup is really it's you have to take risks in that matchup for sure. And I'm glad that I was able to get it there. Rogue is just such a good deck. Like Momkid was trying to target it, and it's like a pretty good way to make it through a Masters tour. Because it's a good lineup. And I did think it was unfavored, but Rogue is so good, so you can't its worst matchups are like 40% or so. It's so disgusting. Like my lineup just banned it, and honestly, I think I just got the better of him on Q order. There's not too much else to like. I maybe I played better, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I couldn't see his cards. His plays all seemed pretty reasonable from my side, but it would have been nice to have the Vol'jin hit the 7/7 though.
Yeah, we were when the Vol'jin came into hand. I was screaming. I was saying, "There's not a world he plays as Vol'jin just to play it." Unfortunately, you lost the 50-50 there.
It would have been really nice to push 7 damage in that game.
That would have been fantastic. I think you might have been. There was probably a time there you might have been 7 short, and that definitely would have made the difference up for you. But even having to play it at 10 mana, and then finally, Rokara comes down, and the infinite train of 2/2 damage plus weapons just was a little bit too much, and the armor gain that warrior has and comeback mechanics are subpar to pretty much none in Hearthstone right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Control Quest Warrior deck. I was like one of the first people that started playing it, and other people have caught onto it now. But yeah, I think it's a really strong deck. I was worried about it getting targeted, and so it's the only reason I didn't bring it. Otherwise, I really probably would have. But
you got to be happy getting your team on the board. Pulling another close one. Your mom kid did do his dangest and pulled 2 points away from you. So still behind overall, but you got to like your team's chances. You definitely have put them on the board and given your guys a chance to swing for the fences in the finals.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know about the curse or blessing or whatever it is that I've had. I mentioned it on Hearth Center that like for the past 6 weeks I've
You bet
had the
against
same.
yourself.
Well, no, I've had the same result in Legacy, Hero, and Pro for the past 6 weeks before this. So coming into this match, I lost to Mick in Legacy playoffs and Donde in Hero playoffs, and so I lost like 3 favorable matchups in a row to Donde, and it was just looking doomed. But I'm glad to finally set the curse down.
You're saying the curse is broken for the Clowns is going to win.
I'm saying nothing of the sort. I'm saying my own personal curse.
That's what I'm hearing, right? No, I definitely had you guys slated. I love the team, but No Pros here I think is everyone's favorite underdog right now. So regardless of the outcome, both teams definitely deserve to be here, and both teams playing very, very well in the finals here.
Yeah, no, I still predicted NPH to take the series.
Yes, you did.
So I'm gonna stick with that one. Like they're ahead 2 games and score. So
statistically, it does make sense.
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know. Neji's probably gonna let us down or something.
You heard it here first.
Blame the Canadian. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, blame the captain, blame the Canadian. Well, Super Chicken's there too.
Yeah, we're not blaming Chicken. Chicken's cool. He clutched it for us.
Okay.
He won the 5th set of the round. Like got us through the finals.
There you go. Okay. Well, thanks again, Niels, for being on stream and being on cams, and thanks to your mom kid for also doing the same. Wish you guys all the best of luck.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. So. Enjoy your
Congrats again.
Thank you. I'll tune into the stream.
Oh,
perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so that brings us to our last show of the evening, which is the Rotted Zombie versus Memnarch there. So we only have cams for one, and we're welcoming Super. I keep on wanting to say Super J, but it's 6J. Same thing.
Yep.
We'll call you 6J. Super J.
Excellent.
So welcome 6J, and you're going to be helping us navigate this wild finals match. So if you want to fill us in on what's going to happen.
Sure. So let me just pull up the lineups in 1 second. Maybe you want to get them on screen.
Yep, they're definitely going on screen right now.
Mm-hmm. It looks like the Rotted Zombie has brought Odd Questline Hunter, Malagos Druid, Reno Shaman, and even Reno Warlock. Now, the first 3 of these decks are very good are either very good into Odd Hunter with a Loatheb tech and his own Odd Hunter, with alignment just gaining armor, and Reno Shaman having a Finley Wizard combo to disable the Hunter's hero power. Now, Reno Weavenlock may struggle a little bit, but it's just a very strong, well-rounded deck altogether. Memnarch also brought Odd Questline Hunter, a list that's maybe a tiny bit less favored into the mirror match, which Rotted seems to be hoping to capitalize on. The Memnarch has also brought Cube Warlock, Pillager Rogue, and Big Priest, looking like it's meant to either outbreed Reno and, at least for everything but Pillager Rogue, hold off aggro pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Memnarch's Pillager Rogue is banned, a decision I wholeheartedly agree with, since the Reno decks are going to be the hardest ones for Rotted to get through. And Memnarch has banned Rotted Zombie's Alignment Druid, a combo deck which will just decimate his Priest and Warlock. In any case, I think with these bans, and I do think it can go either way, so I'm really excited to see what'll happen this game.
I know the players themselves, I mean, they've been having a little bit of a rough season, but they've been pulling it out as far as I understand through the playoffs itself, so which is really, really good. So
Honestly, regardless of their THL records,
That's right.
Memnarch and Rotted are both players I highly respect,
100%.
consistently high up on the Legend leaderboard. Just looking right now, Memnarch is sitting at rank 5.
Yeah,
Nothing to stop that.
yeah, he's slipping. That's what we're saying, right? So good friends with the Memnarch. So it's the players are pretty much ready to go. So I can let them know what they can start rocking and rolling. So we're gonna have Memnarch to be first to spectate. So at the bottom of the screen for our viewers, with the Rotted Zombie at the top of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys going and go. All right. So what do you expect to see the players come out with first? I know everybody goes with Comfort, obviously.
Honestly, I think Rotted absolutely go. I think it's probably going to be an Odd Hunter mirror. Just Rotted's Odd Hunter is, of course, I think is very slightly favored into the mirror thanks to Lotheb, and then it just kills the priest and warlock. And Memnarch sort of recognizing what Rotted will bring first,
Mhm.
I think should bring out his own hunter in response.
Okay. So I see some eyeballs. So let's rip. So it's a Hunter mirror.
That seems about right.
Victory for me.
Okay. No. Okay, yeah. Memnarch getting the side quest Toxic Reinforcements on turn 1, a very, very strong opener.
Mhm.
Just these next few turns are going to be very boring. Just button quest, button plus spell. Just a whole lot of buttoning.
It can happen for the first couple turns in most games, as Hearthstone likes to show us every once in a while. So you see the button pressing as 6J has been telling us.
Black arrow.
But I think probably, well, yeah, I think Memnarch just buttons quest, and now I think what Rotted's going to need to think about is whether how he's going to respond to those leper names that are coming down on turn 4.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we have an answer to that now. Power shot. And if Memnarch can hit one more 1-cost spell, he just plays 4 spells into 0-cost hero power, which would put him ahead on both quest itself and of course damage. Rotted Zombie taking rapid fire, that's going to be very good. I think at this point he needs to hope to draw either Auction Master Beardo and then some 1-cost spells to try to finish off Memnarch on burst before
he does. So he's not nowhere near completing the quest as it is. Double checking that.
Well, we're just going to complete stages 1 and 2 this turn in all likelihood.
Yep.
Or maybe he just leaves up the 1/1s, just makes it a pain for Rotted to deal with.
And how much heal does this quest hunter carry? 0.
0.
Exactly.
Why would you need to heal when your opponent?
That's a good comment for sure. Hunter
Well,
doesn't heal.
Yep. Okay, yeah, and Memnarch is He's considering the overwhelms. And he goes for it. And perfectly fine with that decision. Definitely just makes his later turns a bit more flexible with that 0 hero power. And sets up some... It sets up six burst from the 6 in Leper Gnome Death Rattle damage, and potentially more to come.
Yeah, if you're Rotted Zombie, you're not liking these little 2-1s on the board.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I think we just have to power shot and then probably rapid fire arcane shot. We want to save on the hunt with kill command in hand, and then we can potentially set up for We can set up for Tavish on turn 6, but I don't think that's going to matter with the aim shot in Memnarch's hand.
Yeah.
Just needs to find 8. He has 8 in hand right now, and then just needs 2 more over the next 2 turns, and then it's just a guaranteed for next turn.
Comes 7, 8, 9. Or sorry, 8 right now.
Yeah. We are going to set him to... Okay, well...
That doesn't work on heroes, does it?
That's not what Memnarch wants to see right about now. But never mind. Memnarch has guaranteed lethal next turn with Coin Tavish. It doesn't matter. This game's over. Unfortunately for Rotted.
Yeah, because there's no beast that comes on board for that to turn into a 5 damage spell. Nope.
Memnarch getting his Hunter through is pretty big in the context of this matchup, because now it means Rotted's Reno decks are going to have to outgrind Memnarch's very, very greedy Big Priest and Cube Warlocks.
Right. Okay. It's Tavish.
Yep. Tavish and Coin.
Yep. That is that. Game 1 going to Memnarch and the lovely Hunter brawl.
Yep.
The race to face, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
So Wild Series is also the playoffs are and the finals. And the format itself is also Conquest. So that means player wins with the deck. They move on to their next deck. Can't use the deck that they won with.
No PR cap exists in Wild, which means absolutely terrifyingly strong teams like F2L Viridian, Hair Club, Nofin are allowed. Well, very strong teams with some really high caliber players are allowed to exist.
100%. Yep.
I think in the last West versus China Open, there's sort of what I'd call sort of the highest level of Wild competition. Both Tiger Eye and EPT Hopper on Nofin 2 Underwater Boogaloo were in the finals, so lots of really intense competition in this. But in any case, back to the games themselves. I think Memnarch is going to play Inspired Merchant. Looks like maybe he wants to try to take advantage of the lifesteal of Enhanced Dreadlord, but this is going to be a very, very rough matchup for Memnarch.
So what's I guess HSR saying on this particular matchup versus for those that don't follow Wild, all the
I do not have HS replay, and it's probably not going to say anything because Q Block hasn't been a deck in quite some
Okay.
time now. Like ever since Quest Mage or Open the Waygate Quest Mage and Raza Priest came into power, Q Block just hasn't been able. Like it can't build its taunt walls fast enough to handle the intense, well, just the extra turn and giants from Waygate Mage. It couldn't handle Raza, so it's been out of the meta since then, and also had a horrible. It just has terrible matchups into any reasonably competitive deck that's not pure aggro. But yeah, for this particular matchup, Odd Hunter just goes face. It's over the top burn. And Q Block just wants its whole strategy is set up giant taunt walls to stop the opponent from getting through. Taunt cannot stop the Hunter hero power. And I think
Part 3 of Rotted Zombies quest is completed. Now it's just a matter of getting that zero power. Zero
power
power.
works. And now
Go fast and go face. So Memnarch, what's he trying to do to prevent? Since he's got the ability to kind of
this could be something.
Job's done.
No.
Nope. This is looking mighty dead. Aim shot. Sorry, ping, aim shot.
I think it was kind of funny to see him like taking a second, mousing over the cards, just trying to say, "Is this really lethal?" And you can never be too careful in the Wild Finals.
Yep, and that's why you double check and double count your cards, kids. All right, so Memnarch loses to Rotted Zombie, so that brings our lovely total to 1-1. So just the way we like the playoffs rolling is.
Yep, 1-1 now.
So now we have Rotted Zombies, Shaman or Warlock up to bat versus Memnarch's Priest and Warlock. So what do you expect or anticipate?
I think Memnarch brings out the Warlock again. Double Expired Merchant. Just Battle Cry, discard your most expensive card. Death Rattle, add 2 copies to your hand. And then with Faceless Manipulator as well, he can create just massive amounts of Guldans and N'Zoths for late game boards, which I think Memnarch really wants to do into Rotted's Reno decks. I think, yeah. Okay. Memnarch is going to bring just Big Priest instead. The Bane of Wild since forever. And Rotted is bringing Reno Shaman, which notably has Devolve effects. Well, Devolve itself and Zephyrus, but I don't think he's running Devolving Missiles.
All right. Okay, so we got Mr. Finley dropping on the board. And look at that. Almost like a hunter again.
He's put Memnarch on a 15-turn clock with the hero power.
Yeah. Time's a ticking, Memnarch.
I'm not sure if I really like the Neophyte on turn 2. I would much prefer to maybe a turn later to deny palm reading, but
yeah.
I guess it does work in slowing down Shadow Visions. Zola Zephyrus is something that we're never disappointed to see.
Right. Palm reading to discount.
Brave Rune, that's disgusting.
Yeah, can't see the cards here, so if you want to roll through with the...
For the discovers, it's Power Word, Glory, Grave Rune, and Silence.
There you go.
Okay. Never mind. He's taking Power Word Glory instead, just to heal. We stave off a bit of that aggression until he can get palm reading down.
A little bit of
Mhm.
little bit of a lovely heal, so you attack me and you can't do any damage. And
Very, very small bit. Okay, wait. How much? I'm going to check.
Hysteria come out at this point.
I think you can. Hysteria. Really, Reno Shaman isn't going to run big threats. This could be bad for Memnarch if it hits Vargoth.
Mhm.
Okay, never punished. Never punished, it seems. I think Rotted a little bit worried here. We just want to wait a turn for to try to get Hex out of Zephyrus.
Right.
To just
Ziliax to
the risk with the Ziliax is that it increases the chance that Memnarch can Hysteria it, get it into his own Scrapyard Colossus, then kill it and
Oh.
put it into the direct pool. It's eventually going to happen regardless, but I think we just button pass here. Try to hope he doesn't.
yeah, because that Colossus is just too big for
Okay.
gonna deal with it anyway. Yeah. 5/5 turning into a 7/7 just kind of made Rotted
I'm-
sad, but at least it dealt with the first wave of it. So
I'm not a big fan of this because he dealt with the first wave, but there are going to be about 10 more waves. we have of course Vargoth, we have mass resurrection, we have we have Diamond Spellstone, which will resurrect multiple minions. Eternal Servitude. Interestingly, we do not have the spell Resurrect itself, but this is not looking good for Rotted right now.
so doing the Zephyrus and Zola turn.
Zephyrus is not going to give Hex here. It will only give Hex, or I don't think it will.
I can't see. Thankfully, my client does not show it, but ended up picking Ruin. Okay.
Right, Shadow Rune. Now that's interesting. If Memnarch just tries to keep going face, Rotted can maybe take advantage of that, clear the board, and try for a sneaky play like Zephyrus Bloodlust.
Mhm.
But yeah, once we start resurrecting the Scrapyard Colossi, I think it is.
The pluralized version of Colossus? Yes, that sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah, Vivid Nightmare, also a good card. But just summon more Vargoths.
Yep.
And there are lots of plays happening, but really I don't think much is going to change.
I want to thank all the new viewers that have tuned into THL's finals tonight, watching Memnarch versus Rotted Zombie. So hopefully you guys enjoy and listen to 6J work his way through.
It's going to be a long game, but I just at this point I don't particularly like Rotted's chances, if I'm being completely honest.
Okay.
We are honestly, I might consider a big game hunter just because we have Shutterwalk. We might want that to put in some work in the late game.
Eternal Servitude coming up.
Yep.
Our viewers didn't get to see the 3 cards that Rotted Zombie picked, but we ended up seeing that he picked Ruin anyway. second ruin.
Mass Resurrection, it's guaranteed to resummon a Vargoth.
And
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 This is-
reroll.
okay, now this is that devolve pickup is huge for Rotted. Is this
Oh,
we're not very happy with the bulldozer. We're not particularly happy with the bulldozer,
no.
but just with the oh wait, that summons a leper gnome. Oh my gosh, this Rotted is very suddenly back in this.
Look at that.
7 minions.
The disappearing Bordeaux. There you go.
Seven. No, more importantly than that is 7 useless minions in his resurrect pool. I honestly would, from Memnarch's side, I would consider just Vargoth Psych split.
Hysteria to
Instead, we are going to take Shadow Essence.
two threes gotta go. Yep.
Bonk.
And when we bring him back, what are you hoping to get on the board? The Colossus would be ideal.
Yeah,
Or
Scrappy
Vargoth? Yep.
is a very good minion. Okay,
Good old Scrapple.
Vargoth can do things.
None of your business.
Yeah, lovely 6/6 on the board is just there to.
Now, notably, Shutterwalk here is going to copy Zephyrus's battle cry twice,
Mhm.
which could be pretty big for Rotted as he tries to stave off Memnarch's board going into the late game. Memnarch top decking a Blood of Goon.
Yeah, how often is that card played? Well, we'll see it right now.
Yep. You're never so it's
Oh my goodness! Wow.
it's supposed to cost 5 mana from Shadow Essence plus Palm Reading.
Wow.
Using
Here it
Blood of
comes.
Goon summons a minion from the deck. It doesn't matter that Memnarch's resurrect pool has been badly polluted.
You just play the Colossus, another Colossus, or no? Psychic split.
We're
Okay.
going to. We're just going to, just use Psych Split, make a big board, demand that Rotted answers it because we're putting him close to lethal range. Well, he is in lethal range all the way now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Shutterwalk
And
just to see what.
Zephyrus is not going to do it here, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Humility. That
Double humility.
no, that doesn't save us.
Roddick got unlucky there with those spells.
This is just what Big Priest does. It
Does big things, man.
even with the devolve, it just has so many boards. The Trician game plan is really
Yeah.
near impossible to outlast.
All right. So this is Memnarch with Warlock versus.
Rotted also on Warlock.
It is a mirror match again.
Not quite. Memnarch is playing a non-Highlander control cube Warlock, whereas Rotted is playing even Reno Warlock.
Right. Forgive me. I meant to say class. A mirror class. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. Actually, never mind. I will never forgive you for this.
So this will be a 14-hour stream. Oh, we got a disconnection from a player.
Not quite be a 14-hour stream, really.
No, we could try.
I think
We got goals, man.
okay. You have fun with a 14-hour stream. I need sleep.
So Rotted Zombie just messaged just saying client was bugged, loading back in.
And he is back.
So he
Now in
is
this
back in action. Thanks for the heads up there, Rotted.
in this matchup, Rotted Zombie is looking to be the aggressor, trying to quickly close things out or present a board that Memnarch can't easily answer. The goal is probably going to be just set up a board so that maybe even when Memnarch plays Blood Reaver Gul'dan, he can use Zephyrus to clear it, then push face for lethal.
Right.
Or he could just try to go for it early on.
Ooh.
But
Gul'dan there.
and Memnarch having double Plague of Flames, and then being able to summon Voidlord in particular, is going to make this a challenging matchup for Rotted to navigate.
Having an 8/8 on turn 4 is just pretty ugly.
What about? I mean, in Wild, I think with the even hero power, you can get an Etheron down on turn 2.
Oh, God.
It's
bonkers.
Yes, it's very, very powerful. And now I saw Memnarch mousing over Broom. I think it would be correct to just double or
Run the
Either
3/4 into
double
the 8/8? Yeah.
yeah, or run the 3/4 into the 3/4. Use Broom to finish it off, and
gotcha.
then we play Armor Vendor, Plague of Flames. So now Memnarch ends the board ends the turn with a Voidlord, whereas Rotted has just lost 2 big demons.
Goodness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if the 3/9 shouldn't survive.
Right here, I'm looking at Rotted's hand right now. One thing I'm tempted to consider is just dropping the Expired Merchant now and then trying to raise dead it for more Gul'dans. But instead we are going to see Demonic Assault, also a very reasonable play. But now with Carnivorous Cube about to copy the Void Lords, Rotted is in for a very difficult time punching through that top wall.
Yep, I was just gonna say, just gonna bump. The 3/4 is gonna bump into the 1/3 to get rid of the taunt, and then cube it.
Yeah, it's just cube, and then or Memnarch's. Oh, he's not playing cube. Maybe he might want to make sure that he doesn't just get a full set of Void Lords into his Gul'dan pool.
Mm.
I mean, that's one consideration, but I do agree with his call to play the Carnivorous Cube.
Bump and then okay. I was just thinking that the Broom might come out again. So yep.
Oh. Okay, Zephyrus Hex does get rid of the immediate threat, but it means that Rotted's going to have a much harder time punching through the onslaught of Blood Reavers that will inevitably come down in the late game.
Yeah.
Well, Giant is something, but just based on what I'm seeing right now, I really don't like Rotted's chances at this point in the game. Just full trade.
Yeah.
The Mouse Giant. Now we have more Void Lords.
And cubing another Void Lord, or are you gonna hold on to it until there's something of bigger value, or?
Sorry for the Zephyrus, you mean?
Yeah, no, the other cube that was in
the other-
Memnarch's hand. I thought
I
they
think
might play it.
we'll probably hold on to it. I think I'd particularly want to maybe see if we can copy Mal'Ganis or Dreadlord, since
Yeah.
those are much better demons to resurrect than the Void Walkers, which inevitably come with Void Lords.
Yep.
I do really appreciate Rod keeping the Zephyrus, even with the chance to hex the double Void Lord inside Carnivorous Cube. Just seems like he's really looking for that chance to. Well, actually, let's see. Okay.
Faceless or
Those cards, it's faceless. Oh, yep. I think faceless just to get another big demon could be very big. Could be very big if he's, maybe especially if he can raise dead the expired merchant or Zephyrus.
and does not.
That's not what we wanted to see.
They're faceless.
Just drop Mal'Ganis. I'd say.
Do you pay attention to the Fire Watch post at all, or is it not disruptive
We
at
don't.
this time? So
We don't care.
Yeah.
We're just, we can just pay, we can pay our taxes and then just
proceed to face says, oh, he is gonna.
Memnarch does not want to pay his taxes. We're just,
IRS is coming from Memnarch and after the show. So all right.
okay.
Therian coming down. Kazakus.
Well, I think if we could get exactly maybe Mass Polymorph Resurrect 3,
Didn't get it.
good, but okay, 8 damage to the face. That's something. I think I still think we just maybe Mal'Ganis. But I guess just from caster vision, we know that. Okay, never mind. He's played both of his raised dead minions. Memnarch knows there's no Zephyrus. Worry about.
So faceless the 5/7. Well, they're both
It certainly works as well.
What is taking so
And
long?
we could just trade the 5/7, send the.
Oh, trading the 5.
I was thinking we could. I was thinking about maybe cubing the 5/1, but I'm not sure if that's too important at this point. Looks like Memnarch is just thinking about maybe trading off his minions, clearing the board to set up for a very, very scary N'Zoth board. We do need to play the second. We do need to get a second taunt up though to play around Battle Master.
Yeah, which is with the lovely caster vision that we do have, we see that Rotted Zombie does have the Battle Master in hand. So transform. Did we miss? Okay, so yeah.
Transform delay. I think at this point, Rotted is just hoping that Memnarch does not have the either the any of the 10 drops, but we're going to see what I think should be the N'Zoth come down.
Okay. Mal'Ganis is
And
most
just-
over, but
this just ends it.
all right.
3 Void Lords, no Zephyrus.
Yeah.
No board clear.
Empty cube.
And, yeah. Okay, we have a much bigger demon board than I had thought, actually. I'm
Wow.
sorry for being overly pessimistic there. But yeah, it's still if Rotted is going to stay in this, it's going to be a very, very rough uphill battle.
So he's got 2 Guldans there, so he can reload the board up
Yep.
twice.
What is taking so long?
We're going to, of course, Memnarch has 2 of his own with Expired Merchant. And
Yeah, 3,
Memnarch
4.
is doing math to set up a Defile.
There you go, folks. That's what Defile does.
I applaud him. I applaud him for understanding how numbers work.
So after 1 comes 2, and after 2 comes 3, etc., etc.
Okay. Yep, Rotted. He could play his second Blood Reaver Gul'dan here, in which case that would actually force Memnarch to forego the Expired Merchant. And it would like. Oh, never mind. I think I'm. Yeah.
So is
I'm just thinking if the second Gul'dan, yeah, because I'm just trying to see, yeah, because Memnarch probably needs to be thinking about Rotted's Defile, and I think you'd want to set up a second Gul'dan just to make sure he's ahead on board.
right.
But trading off, okay, I don't know. This and NHL's Murloc Paladin high rolls is why Harris Club is in the finals and not me. Yeah, I think too focused on the single lines here.
Yeah. Well, there's
Yeah,
another
this is-
Expired Merchant, so
Because again, without Zephyrus, Rotted is in a very perilous spot. No, I'm just trying to look through the hand. No way to even clear the Mal'Ganis this turn.
yeah. That 5/4 is being super annoying.
Well, this does put us in a very good spot on board. However, Memnarch is still going to have another Blood Reaver Gul'dan to stave off the aggression, or he could Hysteria then set up an Expired Merchant for even more value
Mm-hmm.
in turns.
Can heal up pretty fast, but okay, doesn't hit in with this 7/7, which I thought might.
Mm. Okay. I like Expired Merchant, trade the Void Lord into the 7/4, then trade Mal'Ganis's.
I'm not getting any younger.
The geese, Mal'Geese's baby. That was a stretch.
It's the finals.
Yeah.
That's exactly the content we need.
There we go. All right. So we should see both. Armor
We are
Vendor,
going to
okay.
see these Mal'Ganis live. Again, with a,
What do you ask of me?
yeah, we should be playing the No expired merchant is interesting when we already know there's no Zephyrus.
So,
Honestly, I'm not a fan of this.
well, we get to see. Well, I'm not saying that Memnarch gets punished on this, but it's got to fight through three fives, obviously, and
Right. I still think Memnarch is able to keep this one.
Strike and strike harder.
We'll see.
the 5-1-0. That was interesting.
No, we are going to be just short on damage here. Now, Memnarch has to double trade and then play his Blood Reaver. Again, not getting the expired merchant value that we otherwise would have had.
Right.
Still putting up a very, what I'm sure is going to be a very commanding board.
And pretty much a low roll from a.
Yeah, not what Memnarch wanted to see.
Yeah.
Now it looks like he's going to be. He's very low on. Oh my gosh!
Wow. Okay. So reset the lethal.
That is an incredible way to end the game. Well fought to its bitter end. Huge congratulations to Rod pulling this one from the defeat.
Get to see some celebratory actions there from Rotted Zombie coming through with the
very, very
well
thought out grizzled wizard.
Yeah. All right, so as it should be, we're back into THL's favorite couple words in Hearthstone, of course, is Game 5. Wild series between
Reno Shaman
F2L Rotted Zombies Shaman versus Air Club Memnarch and his. Oh,
looks like we haven't.
We got booted. So
Okay.
Memnarch's.
Well, the good news is the first turn or two aren't going to be especially exciting. It's fine if we miss them.
Okay.
But now we're going to see Q-Block versus Reno Shaman.
All right.
Let's see if Roderick can hit his Devolve and Zephyrus on time.
Here we go.
Again, we have put Memnarch on a 15-turn clock in this matchup with our Kalaka Crawler.
Hitting 2 for face every time, dude.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Judging by the hands, who's got the better hand at this moment for turn 3?
Rotted has Devolve, but I don't think turn 3 is going to matter. We're going to need some Zephyrus, copying Zephyrus, or if we can set up maybe a N'Zoth board, and then have a N'Zoth board into Blood Reaver Gul'dan from Memnarch, we could see something like Devolve Zephyrus Bloodlust. I think that's the line Rotted wants to go for. Or that's the line I would go for if I were in Rotted's position.
Yep.
Because as we've seen last game, Rotted can definitely go for more than just what I'd see in the early game.
Mm-hmm. Loathid coming down to disrupt a little bit of any kind of spell shenanigans that will happen.
Memnarch here has to be thinking about whether Rotted has Zephyrus, which would just end the game on the spot. And yep, I like this, and it looks like he's going to play Carnivorous Cube. Now,
Alright.
now, instead of saving the Devolve sort of for the later turns, as I sort of talked about earlier, I like this. Just go in.
Yep.
Memnarch doesn't have an answer to this board. Try to end it before he can just use the oppressive late game value that we saw in the previous matchup.
And Memnarch's hand is
We are going to see.
pretty
Okay.
lumpy.
Animated Broomstick is not necessarily the powerful minion we wanted to see, but it will suffice with Plague of Flames.
Mhm.
And with Skull of Demonari in play,
Yep.
Memnarch has stabilized, but I think he's going to need to be worried about Zephyrus in the late game. It's going to be hard to tap. So I think just Faceless Manipulator pass is what he wants to do.
Yeah, tapping at this like there's no way that Roddy can go over top right now, right?
Well, right. Only thing that I think could really end it, is Zephyrus Pyroblast. We do not have Zephyrus right now. R2 Defender just gets in the way, slows Memnarch down a little bit.
And if my math is right and my numbers are right, Defile's not going to work right now.
Not here. I think one thing we could see is maybe with either Ice Fishing or Firemancer Flurgle, those could put Rotted in a position to punch through, but really with this board state, with the lifesteal starting to come online, we could, I'd say it's favored for Memnarch at this point in the game.
Okay. All right. Murgle and Flurgle.
Mhm. Well, we don't need to Flurgle talks here. That's not going to get accomplished too much for us.
All right. Those big 10/10s and a 15 card there. That's awesome.
You know, we have 9 mana crystals. Let's play a card that costs 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Oh. So Mal'Ganis coming down.
Yeah.
Possibly. I can't see him coining and going for a 10 mana
Yep.
manipulator right now, but
Faceless is also strong without Devolve as an option, but I do like Memnarch just healing up.
he needs to heal. Any of these taunts go over, because as everybody knows, taunt is cheat. Yeah, needs all the heal he can get at this moment. Okay.
This is
Well, okay.
yeah. We're just very likely going to see some more big minions coming out on Memnarch's side of the board.
We're gonna Faceless the
Faceless Mal'Ganis.
Yep.
Absolutely.
7/1 bumps the 4/4.
Keep the 7/1 alive to make yet another trade.
Okay.
And then just put more Mal'Ganis. Just put another Mal'Ganis in the Resurrect.
Nope. Gonna take care of the 2/8. Draw out of.
And-
Ooh, that's good.
A large Void Lord.
Yep.
Actually, One thing that's really interesting is that Rotted could Flurgle, Toxfin, Finley to clear some of the nested Death Rattle boards. Like, even this board gets full cleared, but as we can see, the incoming Blood Reaver Gul'dan would really mean that he doesn't get to win it from there.
All right, so the 3/4 is probably just going to stay there. I can't imagine him bumping into it.
We are going to Flurgle, Toxfin.
Flurgle.
Yeah, in light of that, I'm not sure how.
Unity, precision,
We're not going to see the Finley. This is definitely not right.
So what were you expecting to?
For Finley Murgleton,
Okay.
with Poisonous Fire and Answer Flurgle, it clears the full board.
Okay. N'Zoth coming in hand.
I think that would have at least given him a fighting given us a fighting chance, Rotted a fighting chance in this. But now with File, we see.
Yep. Well, congratulations to Memnarch on battling through, and thanks to the Rotted Zombie for being on stream as well. We're gonna see if we can get a hold of Memnarch here for a quick interview and
Sounds good.
go from there. What a terrific match and a terrific series from both guys I've gotten to talk to over the last couple days. It was pretty fun. So
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it was a very nice one.
what does that leave the series now?
That leaves the series. It looks like it's going to leave Hair Club and F2L tied at 6-6 after Corbett. The only other match that was played was Corbett beating White Delight 3-2, maintaining an undefeated season, a truly monumental feat in the given how competitive the one seed is in Wild.
Hello.
Hey Memnarch, how you doing, man? Must have been
Good.
having a couple of celebratory drinks now that's craziness is over.
Yeah. Oh man. That was really close. Oh man.
That the Warlock mirror.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was. I was sort of expecting it just to be a shoo-in for you, but
No,
yeah.
like I didn't draw. I used up my plague to file early
Mhm.
because I thought I had to. I just wanted to clear the board, just get rid of all that stuff, and then I can reload.
Mhm.
But then I never drew my second to file or second plague, and so I couldn't plague cube or to file cube. It's just to take advantage of that.
in any
And so I was
case,
kind of just stuck. I was just kind of just stuck in this like, oh, I hope I draw it in the next turn. I didn't want to. I should have been tapping more towards it, but I was so low. I just didn't want to die to like, some sort like burst, which I
Yeah.
think happened. Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely a really great game. What I think Q-Block is definitely an unconventional bring. I really haven't seen it since
Oh.
like Ashes in any real competitive context.
Oh,
What
yeah.
led you
We,
to it this week?
It was the greediest warlock deck we could think of. It's like, okay, so if he brings Reno Evenlock, like, how do we beat that? Like, we need to go greedier. So we're like, what's greedier than Reno Even? I was like, Q-Block is. Like, you're right, Q-Block is. And we are like, that's how we kind of just brought it together. Like, where are some really annoyingly greedy decks? Like Q-Block, Big Priest, or the number two, or like, or one and two.
You and White Delight,
Yeah.
you both have a similar mentality when it comes to greed. At least
Yeah, I thought that well, the 2 expired, 2 fails was too much, but then I was getting whispered sweet nothings into my ear from my teammates saying like, no, it's not enough. If anything, it's like you need Umbra too.
That you should have added raised deads too, just to make even more merchants and facelesses.
Oh yeah, like we figured that 8 Gul'dans would get there.
Alternatively, you could have done Baron. You could have done Baron Rivendare to double the or Brand.
Baron
just
Umbra. Yeah, just
Gul'dan and
Baron.
this time.
Baron Umbra. Oh man,
God,
like just
yeah.
got the stereos all together.
Honestly,
The dream.
yeah, I
Keep the dream.
almost there for a time, but I think it's super well played, navigating just that crazy warlock mirror and the Devolve versus Big Priest very well.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the rest of the matches that are lined up for the weekend?
For my team, I think Mom's got a good shot. Like me and him basically came up with this lineup saying like, okay, who are the Rada was the most likely to bring Reno Evenlock. So me and him kind of just brainstormed what was the hardest counter across like 4 classes, and we just figured like normal Odd Hunter, Pillager Rogue, and then Big Priest, Arena Priest, or Arena Lock. I mean Cube Lock. Beat it. So I think Mom's got a good shot since who was it? No, Mom. Neji brought. I think Neji brought Reno Evenlock.
Well, okay, wait. For some reason, I have Nedry's lineup open twice. I meant to be looking at Mom's. Yeah. This looks good. That matchup looks good.
And then Burnt brought the I'm Not a Coward list. Like we were discussing, like, should I bring good stuff or be a coward, or should I be brave? And we said like bring good stuff, and he's like, nah, you all cowards. I'm gonna be brave.
So that's how you guys pick each other up, is just by calling each other cowards. Is there such thing as a brave coward in the crew?
No.
No.
I mean, it depends on what. I think. Have you seen Burnt's lineup?
I'm just looking at it now. Yeah.
It's just.
All right.
I saw it earlier, but now every time I look at it, it somehow gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
This is painful.
He doesn't have any 10 drops in his mage. What's going
on? That's a good thing. That's I don't know.
No big giants.
I don't know what.
He just goes haha and wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all his stuff's like.
Or maybe into quad aggro. Yeah. Never mind. Maybe he does not go haha and win.
Yeah. I mean, all his decks have a shot. Like,
you know what? Like, yes, they do have a shot, because it's either absolutely Giga Hyrule and just blow Meowth out of the water, or die with a bricked hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any worries on the Rotted Zombies lineup there for tonight? Like from
I figured his shaman would just do shaman things and draw all tech cards.
Okay.
So I was really scared for that into Hunter, but I won the Hunter mirror. Yep. So that was good. That was a good thing to win.
That devolve would have been nasty versus your game 5 match. I don't think he didn't have that lined up, which probably could have disrupted a little bit. I'm not saying it would have stopped you, but because I don't have enough knowledge on the decks itself. But yeah,
I play a lot of Cube Lock. You need a barrier threat. Like, the death rattle layers are so hard to deal with. Like, you saw me the last turn. I put a cube on it. I copied them Mal'Ganis and put a cube on it.
Yep.
So I forced him to deal with like this extremely scary board, but he dealt with it and died the next turn to like even slightly less scary board. Like, I think he put like 45 power to 33 power after a board clear.
He did make. I'm pretty sure he did make a misplay, because he did have Finley in hand. He could have cleared that second board with another.
Oh. Well, I had Gul'dan, so.
Actually coming up on the stream right about now, if you want to take a look in real time.
I mean, I had N'Zoth reload and Gul'dan reload, so I would just put N'Zoth.
I agree. I think you still definitely I think you still very, very much had it, but yeah, I think it. I guess just wanted to point out that aspect of the game.
Yeah,
worked
like
out.
Cublock. Like I played so much Cublock like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or whatever. Whenever it was last time viable. It's
Yeah,
been so long.
yeah, I think it just started. I think it started losing ground in Ashes of Outland with Consume Magic and Odd Demon Hunter,
yeah.
and then after Raza Priest and Dark Lair came into the mix, it just died.
Oh. Yeah, it's rough for being a Cublock during those times. Like we thought it was like okay, and then Demon Hunter showed up. And yeah, Consume Magic just hard counters you. Like unbelievably hard counters. Like unlike anything you've ever seen. God.
Perfect.
Remember when Void Caller was like overpowered and everyone's just screaming for it to get nerfed? Like those are the days.
The good old days. So
the good old days.
All right. Well, that's I want to congratulate you on your win. Was there any final words for your encourage? What's it called?
Oh, Burns gonna high roll like crazy. So,
there you go. Okay.
You know, his phone doesn't have a chance.
Just gonna
Otters
say
is Otters.
Words of encouragement to so just
Otters is Otters. So he's gonna just high roll like crazy too because he plays the. What was his lineup again? I forgot, but it doesn't matter. He's just gonna win. And Mom's bringing the same lineup I did into a similar lineup from the opponent. We targeted the same decks really.
Okay.
So I think he's got a massive advantage there. So yeah, I think this is actually looking pretty good for us. Like hopefully, we'll pray.
I think Hair Club and Everyone's a Winner can agree on one thing. We need to end F2L supremacy.
Yeah, I mean we beat them once in the regular season. We can do it again.
Well, they weren't undefeated, so that's the thing. So
yeah, Otters line up for a second. Why is there no Dragon Rogue?
I mean, I think he fell asleep before I could submit it, and so he submitted the wrong Rogue list. I don't know.
Yeah, looks like a very solid anti-hunter lineup. Just go wide.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, Memnarch, for joining us. And Super, jeez, I keep on calling him Super J, but 6J, thanks for helping commentate tonight. Want to also thank Corden, who had to take off for the rest of the evening, and all the other players that jumped online to play their matches. Some of them semifinals, and we had 2 finals there for pro. And I want to wish all the other teams good luck. So.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure to cast.
Awesome. So, wish everybody a good night, a good evening, and we will see you. I guess. Geez, actually, I should say, Memnarch, if you know when the other teams or other players are playing.
Oh yeah, I got the match times right here. I think ours is like Sunday at like 9 p.m. because he totally plays Sunday at 9 p.m.
Okay.
My bad. It's Sunday 7 p.m. Eastern. All right.
That's for who?
Otters. Burns playing at 10 p.m. Eastern Sunday, and Concerned Mom's playing at 5:30 Central Time Sunday.
Wow.
So looking like we won't know till the last minute.
That's right. Sunday. Yeah. Keep your internet tuned on to the THL Wild Series finals to see who wins. Is it Hair Club or is it F2L Viridian? So, thanks again, everybody. Have a good night, and we will see you on the next episode. I'm not even sure if we do have anything piled up here. Sorry to kind of extend it. I just got to double check to see if there's anything going on Saturday. I don't think so offhand. Nope. But Sunday we have Super Chicken and Agent PWE for Pro Series in that final there. So anybody else who wants to get on stream, just hit me up on Sunday. And right now, 9 o'clock Eastern is open, and 10 o'clock is open. So if you want to be on stream, hit me up. On behalf of our guests, again, I will say goodbye and thanks for stopping in. Take care, everybody.
Okay. See ya.
you